Oh, okay. Hello, everybody.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa. We're not good. We're not good. We're not good.
Let's stop. Okay.
Okay.
I'll tell you what we're doing.
Okay.
We're back.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How is everybody? Welcome to the Cheap Pop Podcast, episode 240 of the Cheap Pop Podcast. I'm Nick. I'm here with Perry, and it's been a minute. Sorry, I had to knock off the rust a little bit there. It's been a minute. I'm not good with audio cues and all this other shit. But we're back. We're in video, which is something that we tested out 3.5 years ago, with this show, and then kind of just stopped because I was just so burnt out on wrestling. I was burnt out on everything, kind of, on a lot of shit. But we're back, and shout out to everybody in the chat. Easy E Pro Wrestling and Comics.
What's Eli?
Frank, Eli, what's going on? Alchemist, welcome. And yeah, we're here to talk about a lot of shit that's going on in the world of wrestling. A lot of shit. Punk is back. In WWE, we'll talk about that. We'll talk more about stuff leading up to the Rumble. Stuff that's been going down with people jumping ship and changing companies and everything. TNA is kind of cooking right now. The wrestling world's in an interesting place, man. And I love it. There's people in different places making money. There's people, in different promotions. It's a good. Remember when we were doing it 10 years ago, Perry? Way back in the day, back in our day, doing this show, and it was just WWE, and it was just everybody was just literally it was just WWE and everybody else. There was other little indies here and there, whatnot, but TNA was on its deathbed, jumping from Destination America to Anthem to this to that to Pop TV. Remember TNA was trying so hard. They were on like every bargain bin TV show, but now TNA's kind of got a nice little pocket of the market for themselves, and they're doing a pretty good job.
Yep.
They're not trying to be the
I went to
competition
Impact
anymore.
1000 a couple of months ago, but September, October, something like that.
That was I watched it. That was a great show. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, and they're now they're TNA again. So it's like everything's repeating itself, man. Everything's
Things
repeating
never
itself.
change.
Yeah,
What's going on?
but
chat room?
yes, but anyway, so let's just fucking get right into it, man. The biggest story of the last few months has been the whole CM Punk debacle, with him leaving AEW, getting fired essentially, and then
That was
going
the best
to.
thing to happen to that guy.
I knew when he went back there that something was going to go wrong. It was only a matter of time before something went wrong. And in CM Punk's defense, the last DVD release ever, right?
And look where they stuck him. It doesn't even look like they didn't even edit the background. Like the background is literally the crowd. Yeah.
You could tell that was a last minute thing. Just slapped him on the spine. Yeah.
By the way,
that's hilarious.
This DVD, bro, it looks like somebody recorded it on I don't know, AV inputs. It's horrible.
Yeah.
It looks like shit.
And that's the last home vid. Yeah.
And look,
they
no pamphlet, just a red
disc.
Yeah,
no, they stopped caring about the DVD market. I mean, once they went full on into the WWE network, they stopped caring. That was almost 10 years ago now. They stopped caring about the market.
Well, Endeavor was cut it. That's it. It's over.
Yeah.
Went out.
But anyway,
crappy bang. I had the first DVD. WrestleMania 15 was the first DVD.
Damn, must have been
1999, buddy.
yeah. So and ironic is they put out the last DVD the same year they're going to be going back to Philly for the first time since WrestleMania 50
Yep.
for WrestleMania. That's kind of interesting. That's crazy. But anyway, CM Punk. So CM Punk leaves AEW. He bounces. I think we talked about that. I think when I was on your show,
Bro, he walked out of
Game Complainers.
AEW
Yeah.
acknowledging Roman Reigns.
Yeah. But either that was a toxic situation. I think it's better for both parties that they got out of each other's hair because that was going to
AEW blew it, man. They blew it.
Oh yeah, they
It's not even the fact that he's not there anymore. They had the top guy in pro wrestling. Okay? They had the biggest roster going. And in a matter of 5 seconds, they destroyed that whole empire. All because guys like Hangman had to get their little shots in.
Yeah, well, here's the thing too, and I don't want to make this at least on my end. I want to see AEW succeed. I hope it does because we need more.
It's too late.
No, I don't think it's. I don't think it's too late. I don't think it's too late. Do you want to see AEW? Do you want to see AEW go under?
Yeah.
Why? No, I think that we sat on this show for years, Perry, talking about there being another place for people to make money, another place for people.
Now he's not in charge anymore. He's not there anymore.
But here's the thing: I don't want people to lose their jobs, and I don't want. And you can say what you want about Tony Khan, but
if they're the elite, then they can lose their jobs all they want because they got enough money now anyway. Apparently, they're firing their families anyway. So who the hell knows?
Yeah. Well, anyway, the stuff with AEW, I don't want to see them do bad. I want to see them do good. And they have enough
TNA
money.
Buys AEW and puts them on the show.
No. Yes. I don't want to see anything. You're not going to get that out of me. I'm allowed to have my opinion, and this is just my opinion. I don't want anything bad to happen to AEW. Sorry. And I think that
I didn't either until Tony Khan became a dick.
No. But we watched for years a dick-run WWE. Hell, what's worse? This is an obvious question, and you have to answer this.
Tony Khan's just like Eric Bischoff. Okay,
no, you have to answer this.
Chris Jericho's Hollywood Chris Jericho getting to his ear. It's Jericho's doing exactly what they did to him in WCW.
Look, because Perry, we're back now, and I'm cooking. I'm ready. I'm cooking. Now you have to answer this honestly on live. This is going to be an honest question. I'm asking you honestly, what you got to answer on what's worse? What's worse? What happened with CM Punk and Tony Khan, or sexually assaulting women and covering it up with your money?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Get rid of Jericho.
I think
we're exactly. Hey, we were talking about getting rid of Jericho before we quit this podcast, okay? Now we're back, and we're still telling people to get rid of Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
But don't worry, Nick. He'll tweet you and curse you out later.
Yeah. But the thing too is that I don't want to see anything happen to AEW. Anyway, that was gonna once he went back there, there was no way that was gonna end other than go south because Punk still had it out. Punk tried to make amends with the Elite. They didn't want to meet with him, so they make a whole other show
because the guy couldn't win the UFC fight, beat the shit out of these two fucking idiots.
Yeah,
that's embarrassing, right?
So the whole
Romeo, what's going on, man? How are you not a moderator?
What's up, Romeo?
Romeo, he was here last time we talked about CM Punk. He's a moderator now. Realist legend killer. He's been with us since we started the show a long time ago. How you doing?
All right. Our webcams go away on the stream. Oh, they're back. Okay.
Yeah, it's Discord. When I go to click something, it makes Discord go away, and then it's
got you. Got you. But anyway. So CM Punk leaves AEW in the way he does, right? And the whole time everybody's saying, yo, he should go back to WWE. CM Survivor Series is going to go in Chicago. And because he was terminated, there's no non-compete clause. There's the contract, everything in the contract was just gone. So there was no non-compete clause. He lost out on a lot of guaranteed money as spite of that as well, as a result of that. But because of that, he could go to WWE whenever he wanted. But Survivor Series in Chicago, and people, when you hear the timeline of this, of the situation with CM Punk, the timeline is crazy. Because the whole time, at first his people called WWE in October, and they were like, we're good. And everyone's like, okay. Then when you hear there was an offer from TNA on the table, did you hear about that offer from TNA offered him?
Yeah, they wanted him in White Plains.
Seven-figure deal. 7-figure deal.
Right, because they need a top guy. They need a face of their company. That's why. And my brother messaged me the other day. He goes, "Who's the top guy in TNA?" I was like, "Who the fuck knows? I don't know. There is no top guy." But that's what you're saying.
Yeah,
is they needed a top guy. And they're willing to pay the money.
Yeah,
they need a face. They're rebranding. RWK, what's up in the chat room, man?
They're rebranding. They're launching their own streaming service.
Right.
So they have a lot of shit. They're gonna have a big 2024. Like they're planning to, and they backed up the Brinks truck for him, and we're like, yo, here you go. But at the end of the day, I think they said that it was the week of, Triple H and CM Punk had a over hour-long conversation on the phone, and then that, like, the pen wasn't to paper, like the ink wasn't on the paper until I think it was Saturday afternoon.
Remember
the day before the show?
They kept Triple H on the phone for like 9 hours. They're just fucking with them on the phone, like,
bro. First off,
they had Tony Khan sitting in the room laughing while they're on the. Yeah, we want this, Hunter. Oh yeah, I could do that for you. And they're sitting there laughing.
Triple H and Nick Khan pulled this shit off, and I got to give credit to Triple H. He did what he had to do, man. And I think he did a Vince move almost. He did like hey, let's put all that shit in the past aside. Let's bring this fucking guy in because it's not to use a WWE term, but it's best for business. And they're gonna make a lot of fucking money with this guy. But when he came out, I squealed like a little girl when his fucking music came on.
Well, it was insane. Everyone. They made you think, because I was sitting there with Fred, and we're watching it, and then I'm like, I guess they lied to everybody about this guy. Then the static hits, and you're like, oh shit, they got everybody.
Them doing that cutaway with you putting the copyright thing in the corner.
Yeah, as soon as I saw the copyright thing, and it's panning out, and I looked at Fred. I'm like, dude, they fucked everybody. They told everyone this guy was gonna be there. Then the music hits, and I'm like, he's right there.
I loved how it was just like a brief little 2-3 minute thing, and then they cut off, and you're like, holy fuck!
Yeah,
like they left that
on Monday. That's why.
Yeah. Now his promo on Raw ended up getting cut because the Randy Orton match went too long.
Thanks to Bruce Pritchard over there.
But yeah, so but since then he's been getting more time in the ring. But him coming back, man, and what they did with Rollins too was his reaction.
Because they're actually professionals over there. They don't like each other, but guess what? They're gonna make money together. Something that these guys over in AEW couldn't figure out.
Bro, his reactions too, because I was watching a lot of I went on YouTube and was watching a lot of the live videos that people were putting up, like on Twitter and on YouTube and shit. Like they were like putting up their videos from the crowd. And you see Rollins' reaction. Everyone thought that he was serious. Everyone thought that he was really like mad. Everyone was like Rollins was like, "Did you know?" Like, he's pointing to the ref. "Did you know?" And he's like, "No." But it was done so fucking. It was done so well. And then their face off in the ring the other week, a couple weeks ago, was great. That was a money promo. That he pretty much cut the professional version of the Hangman promo. Seth Rollins did. Like the more professional
but Hangman
way.
Was dumb and he couldn't figure out how to make that work in the money. Oh no, but he can wrestle. He could touchy-feely good. Ooh. It's like, enough of that shit, man. You know what I hate? I love the AEW. But the AEW fan base is fucking stupid. Okay? Because their guys could do no wrong. The company could do no wrong.
Yeah.
But it's like, guys, wake the fuck up. They just got rid of the top guy in the company. That company's not going to last. We've seen this before. But everyone ignores it because, ooh, they have good matches. Ooh, they're feeling touchy. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, they brought this guy over from Japan. Ooh, they're booking for Dave Meltzer. Who gives a shit?
I think they still have a lot of talent over there.
They
Again,
have talent,
not
but they don't do anything with these guys. They're worse than what WWE was doing with these guys. Keith Lee's going to go back. Samoa Joe's going to go back. All these guys are going to go back. Yo, let me tell you something. Their biggest story over there is Adam Cole's the devil, okay? A fucking 5-foot guy who has 2 broken legs right now, on crutches, sitting in a chair with a devil mask on. I'm fucking scared of the devil. Holy shit.
Yeah.
What are we doing in AEW? Like, come on, man. A crippled guy is a scary guy.
CM Punk. CM Punk returning was one thing, but then CM Punk came back and he said he's ready to finish what he started, which was main eventing WrestleMania. That's what he wanted to do, and he wanted to enter the Royal Rumble. And he told Seth Rollins, "Hey, maybe I'll go after you." So it's obvious that they're leading towards Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, night 1. That's going to be your main event. Night 1 in Philly.
I'm moderating somebody, so the video went away for a second. If the video goes away, I know what's going on. Don't worry.
Yeah. So that's going to be your night 1 main event. But now everybody else figured, well, first off, let me get your opinion on it. What's your feeling on Punk being back in WWE? What's your feeling on Triple H?
Fantastic, brother. It makes me want to watch the company again. I haven't watched WWE in years. Okay?
Yeah.
During the whole pandemic, and we can say that because we're not monetized here. During the whole pandemic, I saw the Money in the Bank when they were at Titan Tower in Stanford. And they're all jumping off the balcony at each other. They're on the roof again after, they haven't been on the roof in 20 years. I was like, what the hell's got? That's the Miz got thrown off the roof and he lives somehow. I don't know. I saw that, and I was like, okay, whatever. I watched WrestleMania like 2 years ago. I didn't even watch it. That was like the first WrestleMania I didn't watch because I was like, I'm done with this shit. I'll watch AEW.
Are you talking about the first one that they did in front of fans, like after the whole shit?
It might have been the first one or the one after that.
Oh, okay.
I love how Drew McIntyre cried in front of nobody. He won the title at the Performance Center. Nobody's in the arena. He's crying with the belt. I'm like,
well, I mean, that was a tough time for everybody, though. It was like they had a freestyle and make it work.
Cry. Just get the belt. Yeah. Like, yeah. Instead, he's like, and there's nobody around. He's crying in front of nobody. He's supposed to be this tough guy with a sword, and he's crying.
But
he should work in AEW, right? That's what they do over there, right?
But so you said you're happy he's back. You're interested in the product again, but
Punk,
also
I will go wherever CM Punk goes. Okay, and you know what? He was made for AEW. The matches he needed were in AEW, but AEW couldn't figure out what to fucking do with this guy. Okay, because they're too busy playing with their own Japanese dicks over there. So now this guy's back in the Fed. Vince McMahon is gone. We're not getting the same shitty booking anymore. And it seems like they're willing to get this going so that it can work out. And you know what?
Yeah.
We talked about it on the show. Vince McMahon was always getting Triple H to bring these old fucking guys back. The guys that Vince couldn't get back. And we were talking about how he was training him for the future. And it came full circle with the CM Punk thing. So you got to give Triple H credit for that. I don't like the guy. I'm not a fan of the guy. But he deserves credit for that. He put his ego at the door. He brought this guy back. He listened to him. He gave him the money. And it was shocking when they said he was getting the main event of WrestleMania because I was like, I didn't think that was on the fucking table at all. But they're going to give it to him. And I'm like, holy shit. This guy really likes him now. And he's made the company several million fucking dollars in the course of a month and a half.
Bro, his merch is fucking going crazy. I remember the night his merch came out. Man. Like the WWE shop
those
website
guys
crashed.
had the guy and they let him go because they were too worried about what they were doing.
Yeah, the WWE website crashed the night his merch came out. I was trying to buy it.
WWE and he kept crashing. Even if they fire this guy tomorrow, they made several $1 million off of him.
Yeah. And the money they're going to make off that Seth Rollins feud is going to be, I mean, that's going to be
2K24, bro. He's going to be the fucking $200 edition of the game.
The $200.
I'm not lying. It's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
yeah. They'll put an Xbox out with his face on it. A bundle.
Probably will.
But yeah, no, I agree. Triple H getting that deal done, huge. Them bringing him
Absolutely.
in, immediately putting him with immediately teasing putting him with Rollins, huge. And we'll have to see what
actually putting a guy in a feud with a guy who's publicly talked shit about him.
Yeah,
That's unheard of. All entitled wrestling. There's Jesus.
What's up, Jesus? And even even like I was watching the Punk matches on like the house shows, like the MSG one.
We all saw that.
Like, yeah, he looks good. He looks good. He's, it's not like you're not getting a guy who hasn't wrestled in 4 years. He wrestled before that match. He wrestled in August. So, but he even looks like he's getting a little bigger too, like muscle mass wise. When he came out,
if you rewatch Wembley, he was pretty big there too.
Okay, well, he was in the process of kind of beefing up a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he looked good, and him and Dominic had a really good little 10-minute match. Like that's the thing with Punk, he's a general, so he could go in there with anybody and kind of guide him along to because even like the reversal into the GTS he did was kind of fun. That was a fun little twist they did on that.
There he is.
Welcome back. Thanks, Jesus.
No, the guy underneath him.
MILF man. Acknowledge me. Got you. But Punk being back, man, I think it opens up a door of endless opportunities for them. I mean, think about like what he can do. I mean, I don't know how long apparently it's a multi-year deal. That's the only thing that we know about the contract.
I was shocked at. Usually they sign these guys for 2-3 years, but it's Endeavor, so I guess Triple H is just throwing contract. Here's the thing. I think they realize that they don't own the company anymore, like Triple H and them.
Yeah.
So he's like, you know what? I want to keep my job here so I can keep this thing going.
Yeah.
I'll just do whatever the fuck I want.
Whatever makes us the most
apparently
money.
Endeavor didn't even know that they signed CM Punk.
Nope. They found out at the show.
And that's their money that they use to sign it. That's what I'm saying. Like
but
Red
they
Bull,
did
what's up, man?
But they did such a good job of just that's thing. Like the thing with just wrestling in general, it's so hard to keep a surprise now because there's so many websites and people leak shit and it's this and it's that and rumors and stuff like that. Like we had a hunch, but we didn't know 100% what was going to happen. And the way they pulled that surprise off, man, it was cool, man. Because you don't get that anymore with wrestling. With returns or debuts, we know 3 months ahead of time. It's not even. It's crazy. But I think that, I mean, and even after the WrestleMania and the Rumble and stuff like that, it just what they could do here with Punk is just it's crazy. Because there's so many new guys on the roster that weren't there until he left. So
I don't know. I think WWE's they got a good WrestleMania coming up. It's in Philadelphia. It's pretty good. Maybe some ECW Hall of Famers. We don't know.
I'm gonna like if I gotta suck a toe. I said toe. If I have to suck a toe to get a ticket to night one, I might do it. I might do it.
That's the thing. I don't know if he's night one or not. They say night one, but then you're gonna buy tickets for night one and he's night two.
Yeah.
I
think he's going to be I think he's going to be night one, especially if what we'll talk about later is happening. Then he's going to be night one. But it's 30 minutes from me. I could take the train. Like I literally can take it.
Well, we'll go. But she was looking at tickets and 4 seats are like $10,000. It's like fuck. I ain't paying $1,000 to go anywhere.
No. I will sit by the fucking toilet if I got to. I'm just to be in the building. I don't care. I'm not paying no goddamn $10,000. With the Rock Solid crew, hey Jesus. I mean, dude,
they
it's
don't like
literally
WWE. They like AEW. They're AEW guys.
It's like, dude, I love how
AEW does no wrong with Rock Solid. AEW can go on TV right now and say "fuck Rock Solid." They're like, "Yeah, we made it." We're gonna keep watching.
But
Tony Khan
But
feared
no,
for
but-
his life. Remember that? It's a safest
but
place to work, but I feared for my life last
yeah,
month.
yeah. That made
Fuck
no
outta
sense
here.
when he said that.
Yo,
But
the
what- but,
funniest
like-
thing, you missed it, okay? When he fired CM Punk, he went out there. He thought it was good to go out in what's it called? Chicago.
Yeah.
Pull up a chair and sit down and be like, I had to fire him, and you just hear some lady go, "You're a pussy."
Yeah. Yeah,
That was
no,
the
it
funniest thing
definitely-
I ever fucking heard in my life.
I saw that video on Twitter. If I turn my camera off and turn it back on, will it fuck this up? Or your
No,
thing up? Okay, let me.
I criticized AEW,
I was.
but I
I was,
favored
like,
them
out of-
over the E for a variety of reasons. Okay, well, you know, they don't know how to hold their own stars. But what? Hey, Stu, are you scared of a devil, a guy in a devil mask that's 5 feet tall and crippled? I'm fucking scared shit, man.
But yeah, but Punk being back is a good move. Is a good move for them.
Oh man.
But
Blame it
Punk-
on him. See? Don't blame
Mhm.
it on Bucky, man. Come on.
oh,
Don't put it all on him. He's probably telling you secretly, hey, fuck them, man. And you're like, no, it's him. It's Russo and Bischoff over there. Spy versus spy. He did it. Don't you like how they're still fighting 25 years later? He killed WCW.
those guys are.
Who gives a shit?
I'm not.
It's over.
Yeah,
It's been over.
no one knows.
Chicago,
but
Chicago.
yeah, that
What
that
happened
guy.
with that guy? What was that guy? Yo, you're on TV and that's all you say?
Yeah. Well, no. Do you not hear what CM Punk says before? Do you know? Do you not hear what CM Punk says before he hugs that guy? If you watch the video back, he says like, "What town is it?" or "What? Where are we?" And he goes, "Chicago."
He says it four times.
Yeah. So somewhere, I think that guy is still saying Chicago in that same seat. Like he's still there saying Chicago. Everyone's gone. He's just there. But dude, he could have said some cringy shit, bro, and he didn't. He was actually like a normal person. Like imagine he said like shout out AEW or something. Like he said something stupid.
Who's scarier, the AEW devil or Mr. X? Mr. X is scarier than the fucking AEW devil.
But so yeah, so Punk, good shit. It's great that he's back, and I'm happy. I'm excited to see what Punk does. You know, post Royal Rumble and into WrestleMania and leading up to it. There's also talk he might be on the he probably will be. He'll be on the Perth show, the Elimination Chamber. So we'll see what happens. But
I like how they advertise Punk for Raw, so I don't have to watch every fucking Raw. You know what I mean? That's great. That's a Triple H thing, not a Vince thing. Vince will be like,
yeah,
you never know who's going to be on Raw. Nobody shows up.
Yeah. Well, apparently there was it was confirmed that he was backstage last week. Like he was backstage.
Yeah, he probably wanted to meet up with Rock and kiss his ass again. Who knows?
And he just didn't.
Tiny from Clay Fighter. You know who Tiny from Clay Fighter is?
Tiny from Clay Fighter.
Google
No.
Tiny from Clay Fighter.
God,
that's the
Google
fucking
right
Rock
now.
right now.
Oh no, we'll get into the Rock. Clay Fighter.
That's the Rock right now.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Here. Okay. Well, let's get into the next big return, which was the Rock. Now, the Rock.
They should make a Clay Fighter movie, and he should be tiny.
Brother, the Rock is comically huge. How the fuck?
He's got like little legs now, and he's
it's
like Louis Anderson's dad from Life with Louie, the cartoon.
Yeah, it literally
his legs are like gigantic, and he's got like.
And I've joked about it. I've joked about it before. He looks, and the last time he wrestled, you remember he was like
I was there
getting ready. He was getting ready to film Hercules.
Yep, I was in the building,
and he was huge then. He's bigger now.
I know.
He waddled to the ring. He can't walk straight.
He
He's
like
so
he was like
top heavy.
like ready to do a ballet dance or something with just the way he was dressed.
And here's the thing, and we'll get into what the Rock. They teased on Raw. They teased a returning former WWE champion, and The Rock was on College Game Day to announce some merger with the USFL and the XFL, and it was 2 hours away from San Diego. It was in Pasadena, and everybody was like, "Oh, maybe it's The Rock." And then there was a picture of Nick Khan with The Rock at College Game Day.
You know, they're like childhood friends, right? Nick Khan and The Rock.
Yeah. No, I didn't know that until I heard him in an interview say that. But so Rock, so they as bait they sent out Jinder Mahal, which is hilarious.
That was funny.
That was
funny.
Like,
this guy.
Now,
and I was like, when I saw him in the ring, I was like, they're bringing out Brock or somebody.
Yeah, he was the decoy. And then he does the whole, the anti-American shit, which I'm like, dude, okay, we get it. And then The Rock comes out. Rock comes out, place goes nuts. He pretty much does the same promo that he did against Austin Theory, pretty much almost to a T, except he's like threw in some like, I'm proud to be an American, and he starts singing and shit. And he beats the shit out of Jinder Mahal. Now he hits Jinder Mahal with the people's elbow, and then Rock, throws him out of the ring and whips him with a belt, which I thought was funny.
I thought that was fucking funny.
I will say though, The Rock's promo, it was like I don't know, man. I don't know if it's just not as funny anymore, but it's just the same shit that he's been doing. It's like I get it, and it
but
works
that's what people
for the
want.
crowd.
It's like Ric Flair, he's gonna come out and woo people and stuff.
Yeah. It's just I don't know, man. It's just like I want, and especially once we get into like what so the money line was at the end of the promo.
Yeah,
the money line's at the end of the promo. He picks up the mic. He says,
"I didn't know where he was going at first because like, should I sit in the booth?" And I'm like, "Why? Because you look like the way you look."
Yeah.
Like,
well, I thought at first it was leading to a pie joke. That's what I thought at first. Because whenever he talks about going out to eat,
right?
He talks about pie. But he was like, San Diego. He's like, I'm going out to eat tonight. Where should I sit when I go out to eat? Should I sit in the booth? I'm like, you can't fit in the booth. I don't know where you think you're gonna fit in the booth. Should I sit at the bar? And the fans all cheered, and I was like, yeah, I like the bar. And then he said, or should I sit at the head of the table? And the place went nuts. Now, somewhere in the back, Cody's like, fuck, bro, I'm never gonna finish this fucking story.
That's why I should have given it to him last year.
Now, do you think that this means that Cody's match is chalked at WrestleMania? It's done. Like meaning it's like throw it out the window. Or do you think that they might do some creative way to still do that match?
Look, you can always have Cody and Roman. You can have Roman lose or Roman win, and then the Rock comes out. Or they could do it night one.
Yeah.
And then on night two, Rock comes out and beats the shit out of Roman Reigns.
Now here's the thing that
everyone's such a fucking crybaby about this shit. It's like, who cares? Everyone's a superstar. It's fun. WWE's fun again. Just enjoy it.
No, they have the first, before I get into what I'm gonna say, but I told you before we went live, they have the best problem you could possibly have.
I know.
Which is they have too many big names. They have it's just endless possibilities right now going into WrestleMania. And it leaves people guessing, which is actually good. We don't know what's gonna happen.
Maybe Solo comes out to spike Cody again, and The Rock comes out and beats the fuck out of him.
Yeah. Maybe now here's the thing. Now here's what I have to ask you, because this is the only thing I'm thinking of. Do you think that, and this is an honest answer, honest question, because this will go back to an old point I had from back in the day on the podcast. But do you think that Roman and The Rock needs the title?
Yes, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. The title's a belt with a big fucking W on it. Who cares? Everyone acts like the title is like this big thing. Nobody cares anymore.
But the way they're building
it doesn't even look like a title. It looks like it's just a fucking W.
It's advertising. And here's the thing, and this is what I'll go back to my original
Give
point.
The
You
Rock
say
the
you
fucking belt till he's 90. I don't care.
no, but here's and we'll go back to the original point.
I'm gonna fucking get you right now, okay, motherfucker? The Rock wins the title. Guess what? Damian Priest cashes in, comes down, and beats the fucking Rock. Okay? So right then and there, he puts over a guy, gives him the shine, new guy walks out with the belt. That's it. Done. Everyone's such a fucking crybaby about this.
No. The thing that I worry about, and this is because they did the same thing when they brought The Rock back last time. There's no reason Rock should have beaten CM Punk for that fucking title. There's no reason he should have.
Well, Vince thought that it was going to be big match between Cena and Rock.
Yeah,
Twice
and
in a lifetime, baby.
Yeah, and it's like I think that if he drops it to Damian Priest, awesome. But I also think that the finish the story part for Cody ends with him winning the title. That's the whole point of the story. Is that he ends with him winning the title.
You know how many stories they fucking derailed because they were stupid to finish him off?
Like but this is like
CM Punk was one of them, by the way.
Well, yeah, the whole reason, but this is the whole reason Cody's back. The whole reason
Cody's back is because they got rid of him in AEW.
Yeah. Yes, but you know what I mean.
That's why.
The whole motive behind his character is that he's here to finish what his father's story or whatever. He's here, their family story. He's here to finish it. That's what he's here to do, and that ends with the title.
He's got to get like 400 pounds to finish the story, man. He's got to get little crappy hair. He's got to
what you're saying is
dance around polka dots. I hope he gets the polka dot belt.
Now,
he comes out on Raw with the polka dot belt.
If the title doesn't matter though, what if they have Cody beat Roman for the title before Mania? Then they do that Rock Roman match just for the head of the tribal chief, like the family shit. If the title doesn't matter,
let me tell you something.
Because the title doesn't matter, then it shouldn't matter.
This match with Roman for the last 3 years. Okay.
Yes, and it almost happened last year, according to him. It almost happened last year.
But who's to say it's going to happen this year? He's probably just keeping that alive. Here's what you do, okay? You know what really makes that match even more better? Look at it now. Who gives a shit if Roman's the head of the table?
Yeah.
Here's how you fix that. You have The Rock's daughter, join the tribal chief, whatever the fuck they're called, the family. Yeah. What's this thing called?
The bloodline. The bloodline. Yeah.
She joins it. That's when Rock gets pissed and jumps in, because then it's going to mean a lot more. Rock jumping in, who gives a shit, right? You call yourself that. Who cares? But if his daughter jumps in there, he's got a reason to go after them.
He has motivation.
Yeah, and it's going to make it more emotional, and the fans are going to love that story. Like, they could tell a whole other year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what I hope with the Rock and Roman stuff. Whenever they do decide to do it, I want it to happen only for the simple fact that it will get the serious side of the Rock out. Which I like the jokey side. I like the, that's cool and all.
Exactly what you said earlier. He's got to change it up. That would totally switch gears with Rock.
Like whatever the Rock is,
you get
at
like
its
2000, 1999 Rock, where he.
When he, bro, that Rock you get in the sit down promo before WrestleMania 17 with Austin, like that Rock, like that serious, like direct, like no jokey shit, like I'm just talking, like I'm talking to you, like, and it's like it. I hope for that, but they could do it next year too. I don't know. I mean, there was
Look at this AEW guy in the room. He's only losing to Roman and going back to Hollywood. Get the fuck out of here with that. Hey, why don't you go to AEW? How about that? And see how that works. By the way, AEW, Tony Khan, right? Our guy Eli is Eli.
Elon Musk?
He's a military veteran, okay? And he didn't even email him back.
Wow.
Shout out to Tony Khan.
But no, what I think now, there was a rumor being floated that next year's Mania might be it's either Minneapolis or Miami. Now, if it's Miami, then he's definitely doing it next year.
Yeah, they're doing
there's
it.
There's no way.
And if it's in Minnesota, Hogan's totally doing the next one.
Oh my God. But I do think that whatever match The Rock does, I think it's probably going to be his last one. Just because I don't see him doing like wrestling. I mean, dude, do you see his cardio after giving a people's elbow? That man was out of breath.
Well, yeah, he's like,
well, yeah, he's like, yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying is that like I don't know if he could like do like we saw what happened the last time he was bulked up and he got into that match with Cena. He fucking tore his whole almost tore his dick off. He was 5 minutes into the match. It was almost like
he got a hernia in his intestines or something.
Yeah. His whole like it was crazy. Like his whole like shit fell off. And I remember that after that he had to agree to a clause in his contract not to wrestle.
Yeah, that's why the Eric Rowan thing where he just rock bottomed him.
Well, yeah, that's the thing is that because that pushed back the Hercules filming like a few months, and it cost the studio a lot of money.
Yeah, and the movie bombed, and it cost him a lot of money.
Yeah,
anyway, so there you go.
Yeah, so it's like, but these studios were like, "Yo, you can't be like a." But you'd also what else besides that movie bombing? You know what else got that fucking they're like the executive that was in charge of that movie. He ended up getting fired. And the reason he got fired was when The Rock got hurt. He was like, "Oh, I thought it was fake. I didn't know he can get hurt doing that."
Yeah.
I was like, you didn't know he could get hurt. The fuck are you talking about? So that happened, but then and The Rock makes a lot of money. He has a lot of money riding on these movies, and they didn't want him, fucking his shit up and postponing the movie. But Rock was
do you think the Bloodline, they're going to celebrate Hulkamania 40th anniversary this month? You think the Bloodline goes to the nursing home and they pick on poor old man Hulk Hogan in the wheelchair over there? I mean, what do you...
And Hogan comes out, brother, the Bloodline was actually my idea. I emailed it to him.
He said he wanted to be in it. It's like, bro, you can't be in it. Like, how can you be in the Bloodline?
You're not Samoan at all. You're not even Samoan. You're whiter than bread, all right?
I was watching during Christmas. I was watching Santa with Muscles. Such a bad movie.
But yeah. But we'll see what happens with the Rock stuff. But again, and now also there's the little wrench in this too. Is that and this was a story that came out, like about I think it was like right before Christmas. But apparently the Australian government is really trying to get the Rock at Elimination Chamber. They want him. Like that's an actual story that came out. They want him over in that Elimination Chamber. Like they're willing to like
get him.
I mean, you never know. You never know, man. Crazy shit's happened. But I guess we'll wait and see, man. I guess we'll wait and see. But yeah, but I'm happy The Rock's back though. I mean, because it brings more eyes to the product, and he's a big star. And like I said, I hope it brings out the more serious side of The Rock, being it has the whole family background and shit. I hope that it really does.
Goldberg is not Sting's last opponent. Goldberg couldn't reach a deal with AEW just to sit in the front fucking row. So shout out to Tony Khan.
What about Punk versus Austin, bro?
That could happen, but I mean, it's kind of like 10 years too late.
Bro, we were talking about that match happening like over 10 years ago. Yeah, which is crazy. We've been doing it for this long, but
because they cut the promo for the video game WWE 13. Remember?
Well, they for years it was just always said that like just Austin was just never willing, like he didn't want to take that leap.
Then he fights the fucking porcupine, Kevin Owens over there.
But that match has led him to, there was some feelers thrown out even this year about him potentially wrestling again, but it obviously didn't happen. But apparently he's more comfortable now with the thought of wrestling because of that match. And that match was great. They did a really good job, man. Kevin Owens did a really good job, and I give props to Kevin Owens for being able to like work with him like that and make sure he was good, because he was taking some crazy bumps in that fucking match. I was not expecting, but that was fucking fire. I would love to see Punk versus Kevin Owens. I love that. That'd be awesome because they have a history. They have a history.
Yeah, he told him not to wear a shirt, and he's like, "You're fat shaming." He's like, "I'm telling you not to wear a shirt, dumbass." Everything is fat shaming with this guy.
Yeah. But yeah, no. So we'll see what happens with The Rock. I will say the last few weeks I've been watching because I would always watch Raw here and there, like not like full episodes, but I watch like YouTube shit.
They gotta cut that from 3 hours, man. Even
Oh no,
even
it's
though
still
it seems like the guys are having more fun there now. It's still
yes,
3 hours long. I can't do it.
and this past Monday's Raw was paced a lot better, and they had a lot of. I don't know if it was because they had more like just more shit happening, and because they hyped it up as like a special. It was like the day one show or whatever. But
Right.
they it was paced a little bit better. Like when I watched that episode for the Punk promo, that fucking show dragged like a motherfucker for the Punk promo, and then I'm like,
It was like old school Raw, and you could tell it was Bruce Pritchard because it did what Vince did. You don't see Stone Cold until the last 3 minutes of the show.
And I didn't realize I maybe I'm just dumb. Like, but they don't like they used to have an overrun. They don't have an overrun anymore.
No,
it's just like they ended
Remember
exactly
the pay-per-views used to go into like fucking 1:30 in the morning on a Monday.
Bro, them going to two nights for WrestleMania was the best decision they ever made. Holy fuck, bro!
I don't know about that.
We were doing recaps at 1:30 in the 2 in the morning.
Yeah, but you see, they were doing 2 nights and still going over. That's what I'm saying. Like WrestleMania, I understand it's like super big now, but what happened what happened? Why is it everyone has to be on the show? Why can't it be, hey, these guys didn't get their spot to earn on WrestleMania?
Well, this is going to be the first one, though, that Triple H is fully in head of without Vince's influence. So we'll see how that paces out. Because even like the stuff that
got Pritchard there, though.
Yeah, we'll see. But like so I've been watching some of the stuff, and I've been liking some of the stuff that they've been doing. Again, I know you probably don't like him, but fucking I love that Gunther. I fucking love him.
He's all right. He had me dying when he told The Miz, I think you haven't been bullied enough, and he beat the shit out of The Miz. I was like, yes, somebody beat up The Miz finally.
And him and The Miz had a really good fucking match, but
he had funny, that match.
Though. Yeah, and he had the match with Chad Gable a couple months back. That was awesome. The main event of Raw. I love Gunther because
why is that guy not Money in the Bank?
Yeah, I love
this guy Gunther. He looks like he's the guy.
I love Gunther because he's not a chicken shit heel. I'm sick of the chicken shit heel, and I get it has its place, but he's like, I'm gonna beat you. I'm just gonna beat the shit out of you. I'm gonna beat you, and you can't beat me. And they're making that title, like give it some meaning. Like, that's the most the mid-card titles had any meaning in fucking
a decade. The Honky Tonk Man.
It's just like it's. I like him all, and the way he remember when he was in NXT and he was like a doughy looking fat guy.
He's a fat slob in NXT,
and now he's like shredded. I'm like, holy shit!
I know.
My man got in shape, bro.
Like he grew fucking 10 inches. This guy,
dude, he looks fucking. He looks like a dude that would beat the shit. He looks believable. That's the thing. He looks like a believable champion.
Yes.
And I'm like, good for him. I fuck with him. Second thing that I like a lot. And I know people are gonna say
Omega looks like Barry Horowitz next to fucking Gunther.
I know people are gonna say that, I know I'm probably speaking to the choir because a lot of people like her, but I like her a lot. Rhea Ripley. I fucking love Rhea Ripley. Love her to death. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But if Rhea Ripley wanted to run me over with a Ford F-150, I'd let her, and I would not call the cops. That's all I'm gonna say. But I love Rhea Ripley. I think that what she did, she had a great match with that fucking other girl that's like newer. I forget her fucking name. On Raw Monday, they had a really good fucking match. They had a really good fucking match. It's this girl who used to be in. What the fuck's her fucking name? It's gonna kill me.
I think Priest will fail on the cash-in. What do you guys think?
More than likely, I think Raw match. Let me see which the fuck. What was the if somebody knows who Rhea Ripley faced this past week, put it in the fucking they did a really good fucking job. They did a really good like job with that match. It was really good. And she's a powerhouse. and like she's actually getting people talking about like she's the first woman I've seen where people were like, "Yo, put her against a dude." Like the first woman since like China. People were like, "Yo, put her in there with a guy."
Well, they were chanting for Randy Orton to give her the RKO that time.
Yeah. I mean, but it's like she's she's and that's
it too.
But she's great. I love her, and I don't mind the Judgment Day either. I love their theme. I love their whole.
There's that one guy that got to get rid of, that new guy that's in there.
JD McDonough.
Yeah, he looks like a fucking little kid. That guy. Send him to AEW. He'll fit right in over there. Send him to the playground.
And I know people. I love the shit they're doing with R-Truth. That shit's funny to me. It's just funny. If the match that he did, R-Truth did on Raw, where he thinks he's in the Judgment Day, but he's not. But he's teaming with the Miz. That's, by the way, on Raw they brought back Awesome Truth.
Yep. I was there, hilarious. Survivor Series 2011 when they did that.
You had The Rock and fucking Awesome Truth on the same show, which is on this Raw. That was just crazy. But
it's Miz's fault if the ratings drop.
But
bro, he didn't catch R-Truth at that pay-per-view. At Survivor Series 2011, we're watching. R-Truth jumps over the rope, and Miz is fucking standing there and just lets him.
Yeah. No, but
oh fuck, he is fucked, and they blamed him for the low buy rate. They didn't blame The Rock. They didn't blame Cena. They didn't blame R-Truth. They blamed the Miz. That was
somebody in the chat said Ivy Nile was the girl's name. Yeah, she's great too. She's like a up and comer from NXT, but she's on Raw now. She's great. But yeah, no, what was I gonna say? But yeah, no, the spot R-Truth did, because he's teaming with the Miz. He thinks it's the Judgment Day, so he's about to punch, I think, like Finn Balor or something, and the camera zooms in. He's like, "I'm sorry, I love you." He did the whole Shawn Michaels like Ric Flair spot and punches him. But I just thought that was too fucking funny. R-Truth is, and R-Truth being 50, bro, he looks fucking good for 50, bro. That man is.
I remember seeing that guy before he went to WWE.
Yeah,
Championship Wrestling. It was playing in Poughkeepsie. They for whatever reason Poughkeepsie got the Memphis Championship Wrestling channel, and he was a champion. That was Lawler's promotion.
Yeah.
And then he shows up in WWF a couple of months later on TV. I was like, I know that guy.
K-Quick with the Road Dogg. But it's crazy. But he looks fucking good. And anytime I can see a wrestler, we always talk about wrestlers that don't make it to 50. That's like the dreaded age. Like they don't make it to 50. Whenever I can see a wrestler make it to 50 and look good and still be performing, that's hats off to you. Guys like, because Rock's there too. Like hats off to him. I hope he doesn't explode. But hats off to The Rock, because he's getting there. But even Punk's in his fucking mid-40s now. I'm pretty sure, or close to his mid-40s. That's why
Punk just wanted to go back, have a couple of years, and retire. But he couldn't have AEW. But now he's gone back to WWE. He signed like a 5-year deal, and he's going to be around. So.
Unless he decides to, retire before the end of that deal, but we'll see.
But I think he's going to retire and try to do NXT. It seems like he's already there. Like they already letting him have his hands. In that whole thing.
No, he's been there visiting and talking with the younger talent. Like he really gives a fuck about the next generation.
I'm glad that they actually understand where he's coming from now.
Yeah,
and they're working with him instead of saying, "Oh, you want to come down to NXT? Well, you don't belong there. Blah blah blah. Do this, do that." Like when he was trying to do that the first time, they didn't give a shit. Now they're listening to this guy. They're paying attention, and they're letting him do it.
It's so cool seeing him interact with people who grew up watching him. Essentially, he's giving them knowledge about the business and about everything like that. Like him, you saw that clip of him with Cora Jade from NXT. She would go to all his signings. She went to his UFC Q&As, and he would always recognize her, oh my God, I can't get rid of this fucking girl. She's at every fucking thing I do. And growing up, and now she's actually a pro wrestler, and he got to meet her or got to see her again in backstage and surprise. It was cool. And she I love how she started getting emotional, and Punk gave her a hug, and then she immediately went back into character. Right after that, she's
right.
Great. She's really fucking good. And yeah. Now another thing I didn't bring up when we were talking about Punk, but this has opened a door for like AJ. You know,
Styles?
No, AJ Lee, his wife, to potentially come back.
She's in the Rumble. We all know that.
Yeah, but she's been teasing the shit. She's been like she put up the photo of her
She'll be in
Converse
the Rumble.
boot.
She's gonna be in the women's Rumble.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Because she was the best in her division when there was like she was working with the fucking Bella Twins every week. You know, but now there's actually like athletes there, you know, that she could work with. So, very, very excited to see that. If that does happen.
I think Priest will fail in the cash-in, says the Milfman in the live chat room. I'm not making that name up. That's the fucking guy's name.
Yeah.
I should just call him Double M.
Double M.
That's it.
But here's the who turns heel first, Owens or Orton? Owens. They're gonna keep Orton heel. I mean, they're gonna keep Orton face, 100%. Even if he doesn't want to.
Shout out to Romeo Productions, by the way. He was in here earlier. He might still be here. If you remember, he did what was it, like a year or two ago for Brawl Out? We did that like emergency podcast thing.
Oh, Nick Diaz was in here. I missed that. Fuck. That's my man.
Oh, I thought that was the UFC guy.
No. Nate Diaz? No. Nick Diaz was in here, man. Holy shit. I missed that, bro. That's my bad. But that's my man. He works for my buddies, I think he still works for my buddies at Double Toasted. But awesome. But yeah, no. That shout out to you, man, for getting in here. But anyway, so but yeah, but that's stuff that I'm liking about Raw. Also, and it kills me to say this because when he first started, I wanted to hate him. Logan Paul, bro. He's good. He's fucking good. And I hate that he's good, but he's good. I gotta be honest. I hate that he's good. I hate that he's fucking good. I know people have their opinions on him, and I don't like him either. I think he's kind of a dick. And he has a lot of other shit going on. I don't know if you heard about his shit with his fucking.
I heard that he can't sell Pokemon cards.
Yeah. Well, he can't buy real Pokemon
buy or
cards.
Sell them.
Yeah. But Logan Paul's fucking good. And I mean, he's really come to it, man. I don't know how, like, he's athletic, I get it, but man, he's gotten it. Like, he gets the little shit down, which is kind of crazy. But
well, he wants to look good in front of everybody, so of course he's gonna learn all that stuff.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, it's hard. It's not easy to pick up. Like, the stuff he's picking up is not easy. I never watched
this fucking guy on YouTube. I don't really know who he is.
No.
I just know he saw a dead body once, and that made fucking social media.
Yeah.
Besides that, he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
That's it.
But I'm just saying, what he's been doing so far has been good. And I think that if you want to actually get some spicy promo work out of CM Punk, you put him with Logan Paul. He would fucking he'd tear Logan Paul a fucking new one. And
then, people would boo shit out of CM Punk again.
Nah. They're boo. Like, I'm glad what the dumbest thing that they did, because Logan Paul is just genuinely hated by people. Those are great glasses. He's genuinely hated by people. That's awesome. Yeah, Logan is a douche, but he's done good. Yes, he's done good. I agree, 100%. But they brought him in as a face, which was the dumbest thing you could do. Because everybody wants to boo this guy, so now he's a heel. I fuck with it.
Yeah, but then when he turns, people are really going to get on his case.
Look. He owes a lot of people money for his fucking scam he pulled. So,
yeah,
we'll see how that.
Fuck Bad Bunny. Fuck that guy.
What's wrong with Bad Bunny?
The Bad Bunny edition of WWE 23. Fuck that guy. I gotta pay an extra fucking $25 for this guy. Go back to rapping, you fuck.
Don't be hating Bad Bunny.
Remember when WCW had the No Limit Soldiers? Everyone was like, "Oh, what the fuck is WCW doing?" WWE does it. Oh my god, this is so great.
No, but Bad Bunny is an actual musician. Like, he's an actual artist. That's huge. Like, they didn't overplay. Like, that's usually sometimes WWE over exaggerates how big an artist is. He's not over exaggerated at all. He's
Never heard of the fucking guy
until
he showed up in WWE.
What? Well, you're not in the demographic for Bad Bunny. I would have heard of Bad Bunny. I just grew up with a lot of his like friends that were like Hispanic and listened to his kind of music. That's the only reason I know who Bad Bunny is, and they showed me him. But he's huge. They did have a really good match at Backlash, and that reaction for fucking Bad Bunny was crazy. But no, I knew who Bad Bunny was, and he's fucking insane, and he's an actual fan. And I think it's cool that
what
people.
Happened to Limp Bizkit? Remember, he used to always be with WWE. What happened?
Fred Durst, yeah,
they didn't even put him in the Hall of Fame.
He's barely on tour now.
Yeah, but WWE used to like him. Now they don't like him anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, but I wanted to hate Logan Paul, but now I'm like he's good. Still a dick, and I still hope he pays those people the money back that he owes. Have you heard about all that shit? Well, apparently he announced today that he's putting forward $2.4 million of his own money.
Yeah, you know why he's doing that? Back. So that the feds don't go fucking after him. That's why. And when they do go after him, they're like, "Well, I didn't really do anything. I tried to give the money back."
Well, he has the. That's the thing too, is that he has the money to fucking do it, and it's like his fucking.
Here's the thing: if you have millions of dollars, why are you fucking getting in trouble? Take the money, put it away.
He like. Well, here's the thing:
how much more richer can you get by scamming people?
Well, here's the thing:
you already made money. That's it. No, it's a wash.
Well, no. Well, do you know like it's gonna be abbreviated? Do you know the whole story of that?
You get out of jail and 10 minutes later you go back to jail because you did something stupid.
Do you know the whole story of that thing?
No, I heard some of it, but I don't know the whole thing.
Well, here's the thing: the fucked up, the funniest part about it is he like apparently the scam was supposed to make him money, and the people that helped set up the scam that he hired to help set up the scam scammed him, and he made no money.
That's right. That was the Pokemon cards, right?
No. This was the crypto.
Didn't he have them buy Pokemon cards, and then they gave them to him, and he opened them, and they were all fake or something?
No, that this was separate. He started during the pandemic, which a lot of people did. He started an NFT crypto thing called Crypto Zoo, where you were supposed to buy crypto coins or whatever. Why are you getting closer like that?
I'm listening.
Okay. It was like some crypto shit, and it was NFTs when all that shit was happening. Before people realized, oh shit, that's a scam. He hired people to help him set this thing up, and they ended up taking all of his money and running away.
Good.
It was like Perry. It was like if you were a professional, if you like rob banks, you were a known bank robber, and I hit you up. I was like, hey man, I want to rob this bank. You've robbed the bank before. I'm gonna help you. You got to help me do this fucking bank robbery. You're like, let's go, whatever. And we go to this bank and we rob the bank and we're running out. And then as we're running out, you pull out a gun and shoot me in the foot. I fall down and you take the bag I got and you ran off. And then you leave me to take the fall. That's literally what happened to Logan Paul. That's literally what happened to Logan Paul. It was that, and he was the big name in the face of it. So he took the brunt of everything. But in actuality, he didn't make any money. He had.
That's what he says. You don't know.
No, the guy that made the video on him, there's this guy on YouTube named CoffeeZilla who's amazing. He exposes like all these NFT crypto scammers and like all those people that were like, scamming people and shit like that. He does these big video. He did a 3-part video documentary on this whole situation. And he has the actual Bitcoin wallets and everything and transactions. Logan Paul made no money. He has documents. How much did Logan Paul
pay him to make this documentary?
No, Logan Paul almost sued this guy. That's what's
the best way to cover it up? Pretend you're going to sue the guy.
And he's not saying that Logan Paul was free of any, like he had negative intentions going in. He just ended up getting scammed in the long run.
Good.
He fucked himself. Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you hire scammers. When you hire scammers, they're going to scam you. That's what happens.
Durst embraces. Yeah, but Jesus, when Fred Durst was in the SmackDown game, it was like blasphemy. Oh, well, this motherfucker's putting himself in the game. What an ego. Now they're putting everybody in the game. And everyone's like, oh my God, this is great. Bad Bunny's in the game. Who is he? Who cares?
Yeah. But
This guy Eli's cursing in the chat room.
what do you do?
It says he retracted his messages.
Uh-oh. But guys, we covered CM Punk, The Rock. What I'm liking about WWE so far.
What are we talking about? Chris motherfucking Fat Jericho over here. Chris Fatso.
Well, well, here's the thing with the Jericho situation.
Christ Jericho. What does he call himself these days?
The Ocho or whatever. The Ocho. It's something like the Ocho or some shit. I don't fucking know.
He's always been a fucking dick. Okay.
Well, no. Here's the thing about with the Jericho situation. I want to come at it at an okay way, at a decent way, because
just say allegedly, you'll be fine.
The person that they're saying who is the victim hasn't said shit about it.
There was that emoji. So,
yeah, I'm not going off an emoji.
They can't say anything because they signed an NDA. Yeah. That's why. And your boy Tony Khan already knows because he already made her sign it 5 years ago. Allegedly. Yeah. That was right before the show debuted on TV because she was in all the TV promos leading up to it.
Yeah.
Chris Weinstein. That's a good one.
But also, I think that another thing that's...
Bro, let's break it down, okay? Jericho was trying to kiss fucking Bischoff's ass. It didn't work. Hogan got him fired, okay? He tried kissing Vince's ass, and Triple H fucking stopped him. He almost got fired. He goes to AEW, starts kissing Tony Khan's ass. There's nobody there to let him not kiss his ass. So that's what happened. And that guy has destroyed that company. Everyone was saying, he's fat. And he would say, I'm not fat. And then he came out one day and said, look at how much weight I lost. And we're all like, I thought you said you weren't fat.
Yeah, but...
That's a fucking idiot. He's a fucking idiot from day one. He's not like he was when he was Y2J over in WWE, like, in, like, the 2000s.
It doesn't seem like he was, like...
years ago, this guy. When I went there, he lost the fucking belt. Like, he literally... physically lost the title. He got so fucking hammered that night, allegedly, that he left the belt on top of the limo, and the limo drove away, and the belt fell in a fucking ditch on the highway. And these hillbillies found it, and they posted it on fucking, what was it, Craigslist or something? The $50,000 AEW title belt. Ridiculous. That's your world champion? That was your first world champion. The guy's been nothing but a problem since he's been there.
Yeah.
He's got the balls to call these guys cancers and shit. He's an idiot.
Yeah.
The fucking fraud.
And the whole... guy. And then he threatened to talk about, like, his I didn't... Or he said... Didn't he say, like, he didn't sign an NDA?
He didn't sign an NDA and he was in the room, but then everyone that was there said that he was in the hallway. You know what I think, bro? I think he fucking sent the Young Bucks to CM Punk's locker room. I guarantee you that's going to come out one day.
You think he instigated the whole thing?
I think he did. Because why are you sitting in the fucking hallway? You're in the hallway because you want to pretend you got nothing to do with it, right? And then, what the fuck did he do? While it was going down, he ran outside. It's on camera, by the way. He ran right out to his boyfriend, Tony Khan, and said, Tony, shit's going down. In front of everybody at the scrum.
Yeah.
So he was trying to be like the guy, he caused all the aggravation, but he wanted to be like the hero to the boss. I'm telling you, the guy's nuts.
Yeah, no, you're probably
He's
right.
Nuts.
I mean, but we'll have to wait and find out about what,
because then he's calling this guy cancer. Then he's sitting down. Why the fuck does CM Punk have to sit down at a personal meeting with Chris Jericho? CM Punk should be sitting down with the fucking boss.
Yeah.
Why does Jericho have to be there? Why do you need Jericho's blessing to come back to the company? Who the fuck is Chris Jericho? It's Hulk Hogan all over again with Eric Bischoff. It's the same shit. And Tony Khan needs to grow a pair of fucking balls and get rid of this guy. But he'll never do it.
Yeah.
The last opponent for Sting's match, Milkman, is Ric fucking Flair. Okay? We all have known that since before Flair got there. We joked about it. The final Dynamite is going to be Flair and Sting. And guess what? It's not going to be the final Dynamite, but it's going to be Flair versus Sting. It's at Greensboro, right? So, of course, they're going to do Flair and Sting.
Come on, he's there to sell his woo-wings.
He's got to sell his fucking diapers, his underwear, his fucking...
The energy drink.
His Pepto-Bismol that he's got now.
Woo-wings. It's hilarious.
If Flair fucking makes it to Sting's last match.
Oh my god.
Horrible.
Yeah, Ric Flair's. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why he is. Yeah, I don't know. Him wrestling in that. Well, no. The thing is, he just has so much. He has so much fucking alimony. He's paying so many ex-wives. Hey, bro. Flair's the original example of living the gimmick. That's 100%.
Yeah, but why do we have to see that on TV? You know what I mean? He should be doing voiceover work for video games or something. That shouldn't be on TV.
Or stuff like behind the scenes. There's something that's not. Yeah, he shouldn't be. I mean, he's got woo wings. They could have made him a character
in Warcraft or something. Where he goes woo 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 and acts stupid. Like that's Ric Flair. You could do that.
Make him a Call of Duty skin.
They could have done that. But instead, this guy's wearing this fucking... He literally has shit bags. You know that, right?
Yeah.
So if Sting gives him some sort of a backdrop, those shit bags, if they hit the mat, they're going to explode and there's going to be shit all over the ring. That's ridiculous, man. He wrestled like that in his, quote, final match, which we all knew wasn't his final match.
Yeah. No, it's... He even says he wants to wrestle again.
Good for him.
Which is crazy.
Great.
I mean, I'm glad he's alive, but like...
You know what's funny? When I worked at CVS in 2002, WrestleMania 18 was coming up. And somebody that worked there with us, we were like, yeah, Ric Flair's wrestling Undertaker. And this girl goes, Old Man Flair is wrestling? That was in 2002. It's 2024 now.
How he's old man Flair.
I don't know who's more full of shit, Jericho or Meltzer. Well, they're friends, so it's hand in hand. Sting and Darby versus Jericho. Guerrero for a tag. Nobody cares. Sting gets the pin and retires a champion. Call it now. Nah, that's all right. What the hell do you think? Wait, what?
What do you all think?
Go ahead.
What do you all think? What do you all think? One thing AEW should change in 2024 to make it a better product.
Fire Chris Jericho.
Keep pushing Samoa Joe like they're pushing him.
They're not. They're going to push him right into some Japanese guy. And then Jesus is going to be like, yes. He's going to get naked for that. Dude, he's going to have everything ready for that night.
Dude, that promo that Joe cut after he won the title was so fucking, like, so good.
Get rid of the Cucamonga boys. Double M. Taker versus Flair was a good match. Very underrated. Fire the Elite. You know, the Elite, they're already having issues with Tony Khan.
I think the Elite might be on their way out. It seems like.
And guess what? They ain't going to WWE.
No.
They're going to Impact. They just signed a deal, though, so I don't know. He's going to have to fear for his life again to give them their release.
Now,
I don't know what you do.
Speaking of AEW,
apparently you have to scare this guy to get your release.
Speaking of AEW, Perry, what do you think is? Do you think that the whole contract thing with MJF is a work, or is it like?
I don't think it's a work
because everybody keeps saying
the end game for him fucking saying I don't have a contract, so he can come back in 5 months. I'd be like, oh wow, MJF's back. What's the work?
Yeah. Now here's the thing.
What does he always say? What does he always say? His best match that he had was a collar match with CM Punk. Where's CM Punk at?
Yeah.
Where the fuck's Cody at? The guy he cut all the vignettes and the promos with leading up to AEW.
I think now if MJF were to jump ship, I think now's the perfect time because I think Triple
They're
H
the
let him
hottest
be,
fucking product going, man.
and also Triple H will let him be MJ, like they'll let him be himself.
He's
Like
got to
he's
lose
not
to the
gonna,
Miz first, and then he'll be MJF.
but but also I think a lot of people, because there was a report that came out that after he cut that big promo on Tony Khan, what was it, the work shoot kind of thing he did?
He walked out. Worked out.
Yeah.
He worked
Well,
out. He walked
well,
out.
well, they signed him to a new deal around that time.
Because he bitched and
And-
complained, and he got a new deal.
What-
And he magically came back to lose to Wardlow, which that was bullshit, by the way. They killed that guy's fucking momentum. Again, Tony Khan has no control over these fucking guys.
But
It's
see
ridiculous.
what
He
people,
wants to be
I think
everybody's
people,
friend. You can't do that.
and this is just me guessing. This is just me guessing because a lot of people took that new deal as an extension, like a contract extension. But I took the new deal thing because they never said extension; they just said new contract. I think it was for the same period of time.
For more
He originally
money.
was going to be but more money, because when he signed that deal, you know, AEW was a lot smaller. He wasn't like the name he was back when he said, "Yo, give me more money."
Yeah,
And so he was able to get more money. He was
here's-
able to get more
here's the
money.
thing with this guy MJF. What the fuck has he really done? He had a great match with CM Punk.
No,
what
but
else
he's
has he
had.
done?
I mean, he's been a big name.
Besides
for them.
fucking taking selfies of him in the gym lifting fucking weights, he's done that more than
No.
he's had matches in AEW. Okay, so what has this guy really? Because he can fucking talk on a microphone.
That's
Right.
I mean, but yeah, but that's a big part. You
But
were even
he's got to
saying,
have good matches with more talent, and he really has that.
Oh, yeah.
Adam Cole, he's worried about grabbing his ass cheeks the whole match. Oh yeah, we're friends. What am I watching? Am I watching two guys for the world title?
I
mean,
like
seriously.
MJF. I like MJF.
That story,
but-
everyone loves it. All these fucking AEW guys love that story. That story's shit.
What story? Oh, the Adam
Him
Cole,
and Adam Cole
Devil?
being friendly and all this. It's
I-
like you're going for the world title.
Yeah,
You can't be doing that. You do that, and then you turn the heat, and then one of you guys gets pissed off, and that's it. The match is on. You don't go into the match touchy-feely and everything. This is stupid. That killed him. And then the fact that he won the title, and now he's going on the internet saying, oh,
well,
he's writing all these little, like, oh, I'm a champion, and everyone in the company
No.
should be respected. It's like, what happened? You're not MJF anymore.
No, but he even says in that same article, because I read that whole article that he did, or on
Yeah, but this is
on
before
the
the
Players
article.
Tribune. Oh, okay, but the thing that he did in the thing, he said, "Look, I get it. People are growing tired of my character." Like he says it in the thing.
They're
He
not
admits
growing
to it.
tired of him. He just switched it up. He's not his character anymore.
But you could even see like flashes of him like in the article being like the snarky MJF, like the MJF that people like in that article. But I mean,
he's like
MJF.
He was kayfabe the whole time. He wins the title, he breaks kayfabe. Oh, I think we have
Yeah.
a beautiful locker room. Blah blah. He used to say, "Hey, fuck it. Half the people in the locker room go fuck yourselves." He used to be like that, and everyone loved him for it. But now he's like writing all this shit because he's champion. He's trying to be a locker room leader in public. That killed him. That killed the perception of the character.
I still like MJF, and I think he could bring a lot.
I
to
think he'll
WWE
be fine,
if he-
but I think he's going to go to WWE. He's not stupid. He sees they're on fire right now. He
Oh,
sees
yeah.
how much money CM Punk made
Yeah.
in the matter of 48 hours. It's crazy. He'll go over there. He's going to go. And then what does Tony Khan have? Hangman? Adam Cole? What fucking body part's going to fall off Adam Cole tomorrow? He's like fucking Slimer, this guy. He's got no legs. He's got no arms. He's got nothing left.
I hope the best for Adam Cole because I do like Adam Cole. But yeah,
He was
I
good in
don't
Ring of
think-
Honor, and then I don't know what happened. He went to
And
NXT and became a dick.
Well, no, he was good in there. They never utilized him correctly, I don't think. But he could have done big on the main roster. But
His
I mean,
promos
he
have been
just-
fucking atrocious in AEW.
well, he doesn't play the baby face
They got
well.
such a good response from AEW people. Bro, I'm a wrestling fan, okay? I'm not like 100% in AEW. I'm not 100% in the WWE. I just like to watch this shit, okay? But you gotta call a spade a spade. You fucking guys, you love AEW so much you can't see it. You can't see how stupid this shit looks. And that's okay, because you enjoy it. But there's a time and a place where you're like, my God, they're fighting for the world title and they're playing hide and go seek and shit. Like, what is this? That shit's just, it's stupid to watch. It's embarrassing to watch. I'm there to watch guys fight. You don't go to watch Jerry Springer because the guy's hugging the other guy. Yeah, you slept with my wife. Yeah, okay, I'll hug you. Oh, yeah. Jerry Springer's ratings would fucking sink like a rock if that was the case. You slept with my wife, fuck you, and the guy beating each other up, everyone's going crazy. Ratings are fucking through the roof. That's what people want to see. They want to see people fighting. You're watching wrestling. That's all I'm saying, man. A lot of these AEW guys, though, AEW could do no wrong. Tony Khan could come out naked and start dancing on Dynamite next week, okay? Whip his fucking dick around and everything, and the AEW people are like, yes, yes, Tony, yes, we love it. I'm telling you, that's the AEW fan base.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear it. He feared for his life.
I mean, look, if AEW does something that I like, I'll still say I liked it. Like
that's fine.
I don't like everything they do. I don't like everything they do.
That's what I'm saying, though. You understand because you're a wrestling fan.
Yeah, I watch with no bias.
When I messaged you once, I said we should cover AEW because they're upstart. You know what you fucking told me? Yeah, they're gonna end up like TNA. It's not even worth it. Okay? Now, because that's you being a wrestling fan, because you've been there, done that. You know exactly how it's gonna end. Okay? You're not like, yeah, we should cover it because, you know, this guy's got a lot of money and he's going to be Vince. Like, you didn't tell me that. You told me your honest opinion. A lot of AEW people, they can't tell you their honest opinion because God forbid you talk bad about their fucking show that they like.
And I eventually got the only wrestling I was watching at
the wrestlers, was dude, the wrestlers, you criticize them online. Oh my God, they're criticizing us. And they all tweet in unison against the fan base. It's like, what are we doing here? Can you imagine if The Rock or Austin back in the day, someone screamed in the crowd, "You suck," and The Rock goes on Twitter and starts crying and has all his friends help him? Like, what the fuck are we watching here?
The thing, I never criticized
them. They're not even professionals over there.
I never criticize the wrestlers. I criticize what they have the wrestlers do, whether it be story-wise, match-wise, whatever.
But the wrestlers see that and then they tweet you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not.
Kevin Nash said he didn't watch AEW anymore. You know, Britt Baker saw him at a convention and she asked him, "Why don't you watch our show anymore?" That's embarrassing. Yeah. You don't ask him that. Leave him alone.
Well, the thing is too is that like I learned very early on because I used to criticize like wrestlers.
They were never sports based, Jesus. They said that shit. They never were. They were never sports based product.
I used to criticize.
Hey, Jesus, just like all the wrestlers have health insurance, right? Remember he said that? Very first press conference? Yeah, they're all going to get health insurance. Then they started AEW. Do they have health insurance? You know, just the office, the EVPs, they only got it. Come on. Sports based.
But yeah, so but no, Cody leaving was the first domino to fall over there. Not a lot of people realized it.
No, that was the first. But
that was the first
because he signed an NDA, which again we don't know what happened. Well, we won't know what happened.
He just says it was personal and he felt disrespected.
Right, and personal could be they cursed him out, they told him off, they beat him up. We don't know.
Yeah.
An NDA and a shit ton of money will change your mind. It'll make you stop talking. But
and that's the thing with him.
He can't tell his story, but I guarantee you if he could tell his story, it would change a lot of people's minds.
Yeah.
But, you know, everyone wants to ignore it, stick their head in the sand, and forget that even happened. Shit went down with Cody Rhodes. And I think one day you'll all find out. But it'll be way too late.
Yeah, no,
Just like the Jericho thing, we're starting to find out, allegedly what this guy's been doing. So,
yeah, but
and the minute Ace Steel's wife tells a story about what happened at Brawl Out, she's a liar. She's already a liar. She hasn't even opened her mouth yet.
Yeah,
telling you. But you know what's funny? They can't tell anybody, but these fuckers can go tell Dave Meltzer and the dirt sheets and everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
RWK, take care, man. Good night. Thanks for hanging out.
Good night, man. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging. Sorry.
But Punk's the bad one, man. He's the cancer, right? He's just not making WWE any money over there. You know how many fights he got in over there? Man, Seth Rollins wants him out of there. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. I think Tony Khan has a big problem. And, I don't think they're ever going to fix that because he's had several chances and he can't get it going. You can't be friends with the talent. You can't be friends with Chris fucking Jericho. You can't be friends with the Elite. These guys work for you. What happens, Nick, when you're friends with your boss?
Yeah.
It doesn't fucking end well, ever.
No. David R. said, I wonder if Cody's reason for leaving AEW was similar to Punk's. I think it was different, but the same, if that makes sense. I think that...
Well, you know what's funny? When the rumor came out that he was leaving, all of a sudden it hit the net that Brandy was hard to work with. You know what I mean? It's not the first time these guys are putting a hit on these guys. No. I want to know, though, what was it that set the Elite off about CM Punk? Because we don't even know what that could be. Did he say something to them? Because there was a reason why that rumor was created about Colt Cabana. What got them so fucking mad that they created that rumor?
I don't know.
We'll never know. And I guarantee you it was something dumb. But the guy just went there to go to work, bring the company up so you had competition in the future. And the minute he gets there, I'm saving the locker room from you. It's like, he just got here. What are you talking about? Is Colt Cabana worth this whole company? You signed him to a fucking NDA.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That was such bullshit. That whole thing that went down was dumb. But you know what? CM Punk came out on the better end, and the Elite didn't. So
yeah, no,
goes around comes around, I guess, right?
It's all fucking in the past now, and CM Punk's ended up getting a bigger
McFinger Bang was jealous of Punk. He came in and immediately the man and the bigger star. I don't know if that happened, man. I don't know if Gene Wilder with muscles got mad at CM Punk, but there you go.
But
dude, how do you get bit? How do you get bit by another man? How's that happen?
I don't know. I know one thing's for sure. Punk ain't gonna be doing all this shit in WWE. He ain't gonna be swinging and... I mean, he looks happier. He does look a lot happier.
You know what it was, man? Hangman did a promo about how... Because someone asked Hangman a few years ago, what advice do you take from veterans? And he goes, I don't take advice from veterans.
Yeah.
Dude, right there. He lost all credibility with all those guys.
Well, that's the thing, too, is that, like, you see what Punk's already doing...
That's why he called him like a mindless, dumb fuck, Hangman Adam Page, because of that.
He probably tried to give him some advice, and Hangman was like, probably made fuck you or something. Like, I don't, like, you see what Punk's doing already with NXT and stuff like that. Like, he wants to be that guy that, like, helps the younger generation.
Seems like they were staying overprotective by getting the guy fired, their biggest star of the company. Who the fuck is Colt Cabana?
I don't even think Colt Cabana wanted all that shit to happen. Like it literally, like, it has nothing to do. It goes deeper to Colt Cabana. Like
something happened. Maybe it was the shirts that this guy was wearing when he was over there. Maybe that triggered them. I don't fucking know.
I for one, all I'll say is I love that Punk fucking reps for his shit. I love it. That's all I'll say about that, because I don't want to get too in the weeds.
But they just that's something like set these guys off to where they just ran him out.
Oh yeah, no, I don't
And
understand.
they were reaming him out, man. Even that's why I don't even like Moxley anymore, because he always talks shit about CM Punk. It's like, how many times has CM Punk put your wife over, you fucking dumbass?
Well, I don't want to bring Renee.
While you're cutting your fucking wrist and fucking drinking blood out of your fucking arm on every Dynamite, this guy was talking nice about your wife. He did her show, her fucking shitty bullshit show that nobody wanted to watch.
Multiple times.
This guy was on there making sure that people were watching her show because she deserved the views. And then this guy goes out there and talks shit about him. That's why he's already out of the whole thing with me.
I mean, well, no, with Mox, I mean, I don't know if Moxley's as bad as the
fucking Homer Simpson wannabe. That's all he is.
Nah, man. I think that the stuff really, even if he has Punk, I don't even think he has that much animosity towards Moxley. I think it really comes down to something happened with the Elite.
But that's the whole thing. It was between Punk and them. What happened between Punk and them spilled over into the rest of the fucking locker room, and they all pick sides. It's like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
If Punk was in the entire dressing room where everyone was at and started fucking punching motherfuckers, get him out. Then I can understand, okay, everyone's pissed at him. But he got in a fight with two fucking guys. And the whole locker room wants him out of there. Like, what the fuck is that all about, guys? Come on. You know, in baseball, hockey, basketball, all this shit, they all fight with each other backstage. There's fights. Yeah. You don't see them, oh, you better put this guy in another team or else I'm not coming to work. I'll only work a few of the shows that we're doing because I don't want to be in the same locker room. It's like, make me a tunnel around the ice rink so I don't have to walk near this guy. Get the fuck out of here with that. Bunch of pansies. You had an incident, sit down, work it out, shake hands, make money. But that's okay. That's why AEW isn't going to last, because they can't get their shit together. If they can figure out how to get their stuff together, get top stars that want to go there. You know, top stars don't even want to go there now, right?
Well, yeah.
Because they're like, look how you handle CM Punk. He was a top guy. The locker room
it's not a good look.
There,
it's not a good look at all. It's not a good look at all.
And let's see how much money Hangman's going to draw. Oh, that's right. He's not on TV. How much money is the Elite going to draw? Oh, that's right. They're not on TV. And now they're mad because they fired the guy's wife. Oh, by the way, did you see that Sting Snow Globe, buddy? What? I see that Sting Snow Globe.
Oh. Yeah.
She made a snow globe where Sting is like bald.
Yeah.
He's got like Dr. Phil hair.
Yeah.
It was so bad that AEW canceled the snow globe. But I'm telling you, right? But nobody knows anything, right? NDA. That's AEW's biggest problem. It's sad that Dixie ran a better locker room than fucking Tony Khan did. At least Dixie, like, when guys were like getting angry and shit, or they fought, she like cooled everything down.
That sign.
Tony Khan's got the money, but she had the locker room. Go ahead. What were you saying?
No, that sign that the person had at the pay-per-view World's NDA. I thought that was amazing. That was a great sign. And Jared,
that's the fucking problem. They let that guy bring that sign in. They confiscate CM Punk signs, but they let World's NDA on there. Like it's fucking funny.
I did love
the Tony Khan's out there fucking dancing like an idiot.
I did love that the fans were booing Jericho at his
Bro, imagine if Owen Hart happened and fucking Vince came out and started fucking dancing.
Yeah.
That's bad. But this guy Moxley's almost drops dead and he's out there fucking dancing. That's what I'm saying, right? And AEW goes like, he didn't do anything wrong. He's dancing. His top star is fucking hurt.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like the TNA guys. The TNA people. TNA didn't get canceled. This guy's saying I got canceled. You're going to find out in 3 months. They didn't get canceled. 3 months later, they don't have a TV network. Oh my God. Well, those were still rumors. Okay, but it happened.
Yeah.
He just didn't believe it. It's
also there was
like the people just they don't stop. Just, you have to criticize the product when it needs to be criticized, or it's never going to change. Okay?
Yeah.
We can pretend I'm going overboard here. I'm trying to exaggerate things so people laugh in the chat room. But at the end of the day,
Yeah.
you can't ignore the problems because, like you said, we need competition.
Yes.
You're not going to get competition if you keep fucking the product up and nobody watches it anymore, which is what happened to AEW. Look at the buildings. They got 20,000 seat arenas and there's fucking 55 people there. You know what I mean? And even though they fired the guy recently that was booking those big buildings, the perception out there that they're dying.
Yeah.
It's not a good look. They don't fix this stuff. And then this guy at the scrum, he's got the fucking hat and the big glasses on. They're like, what about sexual harassment? Well, yeah, it's safe here, right? And I'm like, this guy didn't even take the hat and the glasses off. You're answering a serious question here. And he looks like a fucking clown. He literally looks like a clown answering the question.
Yeah.
If you're going to be asked that question, say, give me 1 second. Take everything off and look the guy dead in the face and say, it's a safe place to work here. I don't know where those rumors are coming from. He goes, we don't base our things off rumors. I'm like, your company was based on a rumor.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a lot to say, too, about all this stuff, I guess, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I think we all
tell
got
these
a lot
guys
to
in the
say.
chat room and nobody listens. That's okay. When they're not on TV anymore, who are you going to yell at now? The king is here.
What's up, the king?
King's in the building.
But I also just like you said, I hope that they get their shit together because, like you said, I want there to be multiple places for all these guys to go and make money because at the end of the day, that's what's best. Competition is what's best for any. If they want to go to fucking TNA, if they want to go to fucking AEW, WWE, Japan, wherever the fuck they want to go, fucking jerk wherever they on the moon, they could fucking go and make money, you know. But like,
this show's fucking awesome. Make it weekly, and I don't know about that. Go ahead.
We're gonna work out a schedule at some point. We're kind of just dipping our toes back into the water, and we're kind of bouncing all over the place because there's a lot of shit's happening.
Monthly might be a thing, but weekly, we used to do weekly. But the thing is, we were doing weekly on WWE and really nothing else, and it was burning us out because
and also, it was like
Bryan Danielson thing. Like they were beating the guy every fucking night, and we're like, "Why are you beating this guy every night?"
And it was also like just juggling like
real life. He hands out parking tickets, Nick. Did you know that? You were late.
What was I gonna? I love that meme. That they it's so funny. But speaking of Japan, fucking Dolph Ziggler ended up over in Japan and fucking beat the shit out, flew over the fucking the press conference table and beat the shit out of, I think, Finley's son or some shit. He beat the fuck out of him. And it was good. He got a good promo at the end of it. And good for him. He's over there making money. And he's a guy that's gonna fucking, I think he's eventually gonna end up back in WWE before he's all said and done. But him going over there. But yeah, him going over there and fucking, like, I hope he kicks ass. But that's what I want to see. I want to see these guys, you know, go other places, be able to make money and have kick ass matches and shit. Good for him. I hope he's happy over there.
Pay-per-view recaps. The two of you are very entertaining. Well, if you come to the Royal Rumble, you might meet Nick. We're going to do a big Royal Rumble recap anyway.
Yes. For sure. That's definitely happening.
Whether you're there or not, we're doing one.
Yeah, that's definitely happening. Let me see. Now, speaking of Japan, one person is going to be
he loves your logo, by the way.
Oh, thank you. One person that is leaving New Japan and going to become a stateside is Okada. And Okada has been talking a lot in interviews lately because apparently WWE wants him. And they want to bring him over.
Well, they want him to get him away from AEW. That's why.
Well, also, he's been dropping little hints here and there. I don't know if they're hints, but he keeps saying, like, he did an interview last week where he said, "Oh, I'm not the best in the world, but nobody's better than me." nobody can top. Like he's dropping the like best in the world, no one's better than me hints, and I don't know
Clearly
if that
wants
means.
Kurt Angle.
I mean, he says this is the interview. I don't think of myself as the best in the world, but there isn't anyone better than me. He said, nobody could top what I do. I think I'm recognized and respected, maybe because I've wrestled the best in New Japan, so I want more great matches to be seen worldwide. There's no I think 80% of the top wrestlers in the world today they've had experience in New Japan just because. Okay, so he's pretty much just bigging up New Japan, but he is going to be a free agent, and I think I don't know when he's a free agent, but it's very early, like within the first like few months of this year, he's going to be a free agent to sign where he wants to go. And AEW wants him, but WWE apparently Triple H has wanted him for a while, but now Triple H has more power to try to get him.
He's making the moves because again, he's trying to get them not to go to AEW. These guys, and that's what you want.
Well. But also I think like they're like now that's also why apparently they've been booking Nakamura more seriously lately is because a lot of Japanese people see like, oh, if you come over to Japan, if you come over from Japan to the States, you're gonna be made to look like a goof. You're made to look like a fool. You see what they did to fucking back in the day to fucking with Kenta. You see what they even back in the day what they did to fucking Taka.
Hey, don't talk about
Taka, him. What about him? I love Taka Michinoku.
He's training
love
Eli,
him to
actually.
Death. No, shout out to Taka Michinoku, shout out to Eli. But they booked him like a joke when they did the whole Japanese. It was mocking Japanese culture. It was stupid. It wasn't his fault.
WWE always does that shit.
Yeah, but I know. What I'm saying is that like they're trying to show now
fat guys on Raw now. They have the two fat guys. They call them the meat stacks. That's what they're calling these guys.
Yeah, that's the way you said it. But like I think they're trying to show like, hey, you will like if you come over, if Okada comes over, you can't have him fucking dancing.
Well, Vince isn't there anymore. You're not going to get dancing. That was a Vince McMahon thing.
Oh yeah, I just like imagine if Okada comes out like the night after WrestleMania and he starts dancing, like you'd be like, what the fuck?
He'd definitely be dancing in AEW. That's for sure. Dude, Tony Khan hugs these guys. It kills their careers. I like how Tony Khan always goes to hug Joe and Joe walks away.
Eli said even he was tired of it by the end. Look, I'm just saying, man. I'm just keeping it a buck, and I love Taka. I fucking love him. I'm glad he's still doing his fucking thing and he's training people. I love that. Love that. Taka was the shit. When he came over to fucking the light heavyweight title tournament, the matches he was having with like fucking S.A. Rios and even rest in peace Brian Christopher, they were on Raw. They were putting on some good matches. Those matches are fucking good. It was at the
Rumble 2000 when they kept getting thrown over the ropes and he got sent to the hospital.
Jesus. Yeah. I mean, they were doing their fucking thing. When they first brought him over, I remember vividly when I went back and watched those matches when I was a kid because my friend's brother had him on a VHS tape, and I watched him, and they made him like a legit. They were making it a legit big deal. They had all the photographers out there, like taking fucking photos of him when he won the title. Like it was a big deal. Like this star from Japan is now here, and he's the light heavyweight champion. Like they were like making him a fucking. A big deal.
Oh, look at the fucking Mexicools, man. That was bullshit with
Crazy
from Super Crazy from ECW.
Yeah, bro, they had him out there with
a fucking lawnmower. Like, what are we fucking watching now?
So bad.
That's
so
Vince.
bad.
Vince McMahon thought that shit was funny.
Yeah, it's just the cheap shit. But that's one of the reasons, I'm just like
they didn't even do vignettes when I cut somebody's lawn and did a good job or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Imagine if they cut some guy's lawn and the guy goes, "You fucked up my lawn," and they're like, "Hey, fuck you," and then the guy's a big wrestler, jumps out of the crowd and beats the shit out of him. Then you got a feud. Yeah. Then that stupid shit actually meant something. But they just come out in a lawnmower, and I'm like, what are they doing to these guys?
But
super crazy. He had the leaf blower, and you could see in his face, like, what am I doing?
Yeah, no, it was bad.
This guy is like the fucking craziest guy in ECW. and you're giving this guy a leaf blower.
All three of those guys were super talented, and
They were
just
great.
they gave a fucking
I mean,
gimmick.
Hoovie's got fucking problems, but he
Bro,
was a
but I'm
great
talking about
wrestler.
just in ring wise, like
Super
these guys
Crazy,
were super
I think,
talented.
was like the best out of the whole
Oh
group.
yeah, Crime Time's another one, bro, and I love Crime Time, but that was a stereotype. That was a stereotype, and I don't blame the wrestlers in this instance only because they were given a shot and they're like, fuck it.
Crime Time was really cool when they teamed with Cena because they had all kind of had like the same gimmick. They were all like rappers and stuff.
Yeah.
That was cool when they put those two guys with Cena for a couple of shows. Remember they fucked up JBL's limo, all three of them?
Yeah.
That was really cool.
There was, yeah, no, they did some cool stuff at Crime Time. It was just like the underlying things about like, oh, we're from the hood, so we rob people. And it's like, okay,
but that's
like,
Vince, man. You're always gonna get that.
Like obviously we're scamming people. We're doing the scams like we're on fucking
It's funny
Canal
though.
Street.
The biggest crook was Vince McMahon himself.
Yeah.
They should do a storyline where I mean they had DiBiase, but he wasn't. I guess he was scamming people in some of those vignettes. Rich white guy scamming people, even though he had the money. You're never gonna get a character like DiBiase ever again. I was talking about that earlier. When Sapphire, he gave her money and she fucking turned on Dusty. Everyone had a price. It was great. You can't do that anymore. Like there's no characters that are like that.
Speaking of living the gimmick, Ted DiBiase's in that lawsuit right now for like the money shit. Did you see that?
Yeah, he's $1 million man, all right, off of stealing taxpayers' money. This guy
with Brett Favre. Like who the fuck?
Well, the minute he was sexing people, you should have known something was wrong with Brett Favre.
Him, his son, and Brett Favre, like the most random, like fucking trio. Like put them in a faction. Like what the fuck? He was stealing welfare money to fucking make a volleyball court or some shit for his daughter. Like who the fuck is like? It's so stupid. Like people got nothing better.
It's the dumbest shit like, too. It's not like he had a kid that was sick and he needed the money. It's a volleyball court.
Yeah, it was something like.
Tell your daughter to go get a fucking job and build her own volleyball court. Like, what the fuck is this?
Bro, Brett Favre made like $100 million in his career. He doesn't need fucking like. What are we talking about?
What happened to
What?
Who was the guy from what was it? Long Island, the baseball player that like made the RPG games and he went bankrupt.
Oh, what's it? Curt Schilling.
Yeah. That was weird too.
Well, he turned out to be a huge piece of shit, like racist and like all this other like he got fired from ESPN because he kept tweeting about politics, and ESPN's like, we don't care what side of the spectrum you're on, you can't tweet about politics,
right?
And they got rid of him, and so they now he's on like I think he's on he did this great thing. There was a pitcher named Tim Wakefield. He used to pitch for the Boston Red Sox. He used to throw the knuckleball. He was a big. He was his Trailing's family and his family were close. Well, he just died. He just recently died of cancer, and he fucking went public with the news about him dying before, like without asking the family. And the family was like, "We never wanted this guy to fucking say shit about him being dead. We want to come out with it ourselves and with our privacy, all this shit." And it's like he's a dickhead.
I just remember he was getting into video games and he like bankrupted some studios or something. Like, that's why I brought that up because it's like the weirdest things.
Yeah, why is he getting involved?
And these guys have the money to do it, and they just. Because I think the other thing he got loans or something to make those gaming studios.
Yeah, no, there was a
state or something. It was weird.
It's always the wildest shit. When I was reading the Brett Favre lawsuit, I did not expect to see Ted DiBiase and Ted DiBiase Jr. in the. I was like, what in the fuck? I was like, holy shit, that's crazy.
Everybody's got a price, right?
Yeah. Apparently, that's living the gimmick, man. You guys.
His career earnings is $140 million. Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And he's fucking stealing from people's welfare money.
Lost about $80 million in that video game company. Wow.
That's crazy.
$80 million.
And And Kurt Schilling was making good money. I mean, in baseball, there's no fucking salary caps. You can make as much money as you want, but
Right.
I mean, it's just that's nuts. That's crazy. $80 million. Yeah, and I'm still seeing Brett Favre fucking Wrangler commercials. I'm motherfucker's still getting checks. I'm like, who the fuck is still
Needs him to pay
booking
his
this
lawyers,
guy?
I guess.
Who the hell's still booking this guy? Like, what the fuck? Oh my god.
So what were you talking about?
No, we were talking about I don't know what we're talking about. I got off on a tangent of Ted DiBiase and fucking could you
Steamboat Willie? Tony Khan might come out dressed as Steamboat Willie.
Jesus Christ. That's fucking hilarious. Oh man. If the chat has any questions, feel free to ask them.
Yeah, if you have any questions, let's ask in the chat.
I'm kind of just running out of shit to talk about because I think we covered a lot of the bigger shit that happened.
WWE and TNA is not a thing. That was the big rumor all week that WWE and TNA were going to merge or something.
And apparently the rumor this morning was that it was shot down. Like it got shot down. Doesn't mean there couldn't be a working relationship somewhere down the line, but I do know that apparently What's-Her-Face is coming back as well.
Sasha Banks.
No, but also from TNA. What's-Her-Face? The one that left with Sasha.
Oh,
Naomi. Yeah, apparently
Naomi,
she's coming back.
She's Trinity in TNA and Naomi.
Yeah.
That means that Sasha's coming back with her. They're probably going to come back and challenge for the women's tag belts. Be like, hey, we never lost them.
Yeah, no, you won't hear anything about Sasha till the Rumble. I think that's a Rumble thing.
Yeah, because 100%. They're saying, oh, the deal fell through. It's like bullshit. She'll be in the Rumble. She doesn't want to go to AEW. With that locker room? You crazy? She wouldn't last 2 days in that locker room.
Only way I ever see it happening is that they back the Brinks truck up. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I could see happening. If she went there, they back the Brinks truck the fuck. Because like you said, with the way the locker room is and everything, I would doubt she goes there. But if they gave her, they're like, here's your money you want.
WWE's got more money than AEW. Here's the thing with AEW, and again, nobody listens to me. Their TV rights deal is in jeopardy, big time. That's why they're firing people. Okay? Because they don't have the money. They can't guarantee they're going to have the money for their top stars going into 2025. Okay? The deal is up this year, the TV deal, 2024. If Warner Bros. Discovery signs Raw, they're kicking AEW off the network. Yeah. Where's AEW going to go? So you have to prepare for that by getting rid of talent. And Jesus says the same shit that Kenny Omega guy says. When WWE fired some guys, Kenny Omega was like, well, those guys aren't good anyway. It's like, that's not why they fired him. Jesus, I said, they fired a few AEW guys. Well, they weren't good guys anyway. It's like, it doesn't matter. There's a reason why they're firing people. They got to slash the budget so they can pay the big guys. Because they don't know if that money's going to be there. Once they sign a new TV deal, I guarantee you they're going to bring some of those guys back. But it has nothing to do with their wrestling. It has to do with the fact that they don't know where the company's going to be financially going into 2025. So, to prepare for that, they cut the fat. Now, that's exactly what he was doing with the Dark Order, by the way. With Colt Cabana and them. He was getting rid of those guys because he didn't need them.
Yeah.
He's like, we're paying these guys, we really don't use them, so let's just cut them loose. And that turned into Punk got me fired.
Yeah.
Nick, let me ask you something.
What's up?
Say at your job, somebody started a rumor that you got somebody there fired.
Okay.
Every time you went to work, they say, you got this guy fired. You don't think that would drive you crazy?
Oh, yeah. 100%. Yeah, it would drive me nuts.
Just a question I asked, that's all.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you make a good point. 100%.
Any questions in the chat? Current WWE, former WWE, AEW, TNA. Even though we don't know much about TNA anymore.
Yeah.
I just know I went there and I was like confused. Dude, Fandango was in a match. I didn't even know it was Fandango. We didn't even fucking know it was him.
Oh
I'm
my
like, wait a minute, this
god.
guy was the top guy 10 years ago in the mid card. Now he's in TNA. I don't even know who the fuck he is. I didn't even know it was him.
Everybody was doing his dance after remember the night after
Yep.
WrestleMania? When everybody was doing his fucking dance.
Shows what stupid idiots people are.
Oh my god, what a time. Jesus.
Do not say my name.
Oh my god, that's too fucking funny, bro. That is hilarious. Fandango.
Any questions? It says there's 85 people in the chat room, and there's no questions from 85 people. Milkman, you don't have any questions, man? Double M? Eli, you have no question. You're the wrestler, Eli. You know Eli could be champion in 5 years?
Yeah,
He could be
maybe.
Intercontinental Champion, this guy. Then I could say the Intercontinental Champion slept here. His mattress deflated and he slept on the concrete. That was a joke that Frank made.
With all the guys that TK screwed up like Wardlow, who was the biggest one?
CM Punk.
I mean, CM Punk.
Okay, why don't we answer that? Let's forget CM Punk.
Okay, in the company, like currently.
Yeah. Or anybody who wasn't CM Punk that they've screwed up with.
Okay. MJF, I think turning him face kind of dragged him down a lot.
I agree.
I still like MJF a lot, but I think that kind of fucked with his character overall.
That's all I was trying to tell you before.
Yeah. No, I agree that his face run wasn't, not that he can't be a good face. I just think that how they were portraying him on TV.
Thank you. That's all I was saying before.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Wardlow, obviously, that was the big one that they fucked up completely on.
Yeah. I think they're not doing good with Adam Cole right now, but that's, again, I don't know if he's believable as the devil.
Bro, the guy has no legs. He's sitting in a chair calling himself the devil in the middle of the ring. And it's like, bro, anybody could jump out of the fucking crowd and beat the shit out of this guy right now. He's going to need that mask on to protect his face.
My question
He thinks Anthony Ogogo was the biggest failure? Bro, he was a no-go from day one.
Bro, have you seen the dude that just debuted in NXT?
Who?
No, there is this dude. We're talking about younger talent or whatever. There's this dude. What the fuck is his name? I think he's from Africa or some shit. They say he's like 20. No, they say he's 22 years old. He looks like he's fucking like 35 with like a mortgage. He's been married twice. He has a mortgage and like a car. Like it. I'm like, this dude is, and he's like athletic. He can cut a good promo. What the fuck is this dude's name? Someone in the
Brian Cage?
No, Brian Cage is good though. Where the fuck?
No, I'm not saying that's who it is. I'm reading the chat.
Oh yeah.
He thinks Brian Cage got shafted. My question is, can you guys stop that? Are we back for good? Yeah, at some point.
At some point, yes.
This was just a special raving and ranting episode.
What the hell is this guy's name? Hang on, I'm gonna find this fucking dude's name.
Up until last night, take a shit. What? Is that the guy's real name? Take a shit? You know what to do during his matches then. Adam Cole was entertaining with the Undisputed Era, and now he's ZZZZ, just sleeping. Okay. I agree with Brian Cage. Bye. I'm glad at least he got TV time. I think I'm going to go to sleep. Thanks, everyone, says the king. The king is tired.
All right, take it easy,
I
King.
thought he rocks all night long. They have a big man problem in general, in my opinion. You think? Bro, the scariest man in the company has no legs. The scariest man in AEW is 5 feet tall, and he sits in a chair in the middle of the ring. Just remember that, Jesus.
I don't want to pronounce butcher this guy's name. Femi, but that's the guy I'm
Mr.
talking. I'm gonna
Feeney?
send you this. I'm gonna send you this. He won the NXT Breakout Star or whatever thing. I'm gonna send you this on Facebook, Perry.
Okay, we're gonna disappear when I click the Facebook link, just so you guys know.
Yes. Just it'll send you to Twitter. Look at just he like reverses a move or some shit. It's this that guy is 22 apparently. Not the guy on the top rope, but the guy that he's doing the move to.
This looks like a security camera because you're explaining to me what's going on. Oh, this guy?
Yeah, look at him just fucking just toss him around that man's 22 years old.
He's 22?
Yeah, he's insane.
He looks like an old fucking man.
But he moved like he can move, man. He's got some shit.
You know what it is?
I was watching his matches.
I think this guy was fat and he's just losing weight. So that's why he looks like he's disproportionate.
He's
why he looks so old.
He's super athletic though, man. I was like, holy shit.
No, that looks good.
Yeah, no, I'm like they got these guys. They're gonna be churning out these guys like a fucking like a factory down there. But
well, now that Vince isn't fucking cookie cuttering these guys, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
cookie cutting.
You know, yeah. He's not. Yeah, no. The Vince being gone is the best thing to happen. I talk so
fast, I just screw up the words sometimes.
Real Son might be winning Triple Crown Japan. He's pretty good wrestler, and he's not bad on the mic. Real Son's good. I've seen his shit.
Bret Hart had no legs. What?
97, but he made it work.
Bro, when was Bret Hart revealed as like the Undertaker and had no fucking legs? Like, come on, man. A little kid, Jesus, what if a little kid just fucking went up to you and beat the shit out of you? You think the neighborhood's gonna be like, yeah, you did a great job, Jesus? They're like, yo, you got beat by a kid. What the fuck's wrong with you, man?
Yeah, no, Milfman, I agree about.
Goes a little kid.
Milfman, I agree about Brian Cage. I don't know why he's not bigger, and I think that way you kind of utilize him in AEW is fucking stupid. 100%.
Luchasaurus gets pinned by the most simple moves, but Darby Allin can be put through multiple tables and still win a match.
Yeah.
Speaking of no legs, Darby Allin's going to have no legs soon if he keeps doing that. Regal's son might be winning the Triple Crown in Japan. Oh, are you giving us information?
He's a pretty good wrestler. He's not bad on the mic. Be cool to head back to WWE as a former Triple Crown winner. Yeah, no, he could be
setting up this kid to do.
Yeah. But, yeah, man. Well, we just hit the 2-hour mark. And
are there any final questions? I mean, come on.
Final questions.
There's gotta be some comments over here that we can read.
Are
you guys gonna do the dirty work similar to the Hart Foundation? What?
The other guys are gonna do the dirty work similar to the Hart Foundation.
Yeah, but they're not the Hart Foundation. That's what you don't understand, man. This isn't like back in the day where these guys were stars. These guys are a bunch of fucking rejects from Ring of Honor. Roderick Strong? I've heard that name since 1999.
I always love Roderick Strong.
The guy's like 65 fucking years old. He's collecting fucking
that's
AARP in a few months.
He's been wrestling since he was like 17, bro.
I know that, but the name is so old and he's never got anywhere. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, it sucks for him, but
what's the worst wrestling show you've ever been to? Worst wrestling show I've ever been to? It wasn't a big company.
Wasn't it GFW? Well, we went to GFW.
No. No, it was it was like some small local show they did in like a high school gym. It was it was pretty bad. It was one of those like wrestling shows where you're like, oh, like the people that disappeared from WWE TV like years ago, here they are. They're just here, and they're like not in shape. I was like in high school when I went to this show. That was
Oh,
a while,
he's got a
but it
question
was
for
like,
you because he already knows what I know, what I think about this.
are you angry, disappointed for at AEW for what
I'm not
happened
going to
with
say a
Punk?
word.
Yeah,
No,
yes,
no.
I'm at.
Answer him and explain. I will say nothing. I'll mute the
Yes,
mic.
I'm upset and disappointed with what happened with Punk and AEW 100%. I think that Punk, according to reports, showed willingness to talk with the Elite. The Elite didn't want to talk, and then once they said they were bringing Punk back and giving him his own show and this and that and his own roster, I knew it was going to end terribly. I knew it was going to end terribly, and I think that they should have talked it out like men because it's all grown men, and even if they don't like each other, even if they don't like each other after it, at least come to a mutual understanding. Let bygones be bygones for the most part, and make some money on TV. And after that, I mean, but once I heard they didn't want to meet with him, and they were still trying to avoid talking with him, I'm like, you're just running away from the problem. And I'm not saying Punk was 100% right with everything. I've been on Game Complainers talking about it before when it happened. Not saying Punk was 100% right with anything. I think there's things he could have done better as well in the situation. But at the end of the day, at the end of it, Punk was trying to make amends. He was trying to say, like, hey, look, you know, I did do some shit wrong. And we gotta come to an understanding at some point because we gotta work together. And at the end of the day, even if we don't like each other, yeah, the Elite kept using lawyers and wants to meet. So I agree that the way they went down was fucked up with Punk in AEW. And again, and I'm just being honest because I didn't think Punk was innocent in that situation either. But it could have been handled a lot better and by AEW. And Punk was at least willing to sort and hash things out. That's my honest opinion on the Punk AEW stuff. And it sucks that it happened. But hey, they got out of guaranteed money that they owe him. He didn't have a no compete clause. He went to WWE. It's and that's it, and that's that. That's the end of that. So there we go. How was that, Perry?
That was good. I translated for the people that couldn't hear you.
Yeah, I saw that. But yeah, so that's my opinion on it. So
The Elite kept using the lawyers. Of course, they didn't want to meet because they wanted them out of there.
Well, yeah.
And listen, you have to understand something. The Elite's going to pretend, oh, he hurt our feelings, Tony. Give us more money. Oh, he hurt your feelings, Nick and Matt. Can I get a hug? I'll give you an extra $100,000. Just hug me.
Also, I think it got down to the fact, like Perry had brought up before, with ego. And you can't admit when you do, like, it seemed like Punk was willing to admit, hey, I fucked up in the situation too. And the Elite thought they just did nothing wrong.
Right.
And didn't want to meet. Where it's like,
somebody started that rumor that this guy got this guy fired. Who the fuck started the rumor? Everyone always ignores that. Oh, well, Punk shouldn't put his hands on anybody. Bro, if somebody started that shit with me, and I had to go to work every day and hear that shit, or the guys are cursing me out every 5 fucking minutes, I'd beat the shit out of somebody too. Okay? They drove him fucking nuts over there. I don't think that's what you guys understand. It's not like it is on TV, where these guys are like in a ring talking. It's completely different. You know what? I hope that doesn't happen to you guys. But if it does happen, remember, this happens all the time. It's not just in wrestling. This shit happens in the office.
Yeah.
It happens everywhere. Why do you think people take each other to court and shit? Because stuff happens.
Well, it's also
But
this is a prime. This is also a prime example of why you shouldn't make talent higher up.
right, because that rumor came from the higher ups.
Yeah,
Even Tony Khan said if you watch that scrum again, I've watched that scrum a bunch of times because it's fascinating. Tony Khan said he interrupts CM Punk and says, I should have clarified that I made the decision to fire Colt. And Punk goes, it's not your fucking decision to say anything. It's not your place to say anything like in public. You know what I mean? Punk stopped him and said it's not your position to do that or whatever.
Yeah, he was sticking up for Tony at that point. He was like, yeah, he was saying
knows
like
that Tony's getting fucking played by these guys. But Tony's too fucking stupid and keeps getting played by these guys. There's only so much this guy CM Punk could do to get him to fucking chill out. Yeah, it happened to you, Jesus, but you're telling me that CM Punk deserved it. I don't think anybody deserves that.
No, the thing is that
if he really did have Colt Cabana fired, that's fucked up. Okay, and then I understand the locker room's position, but at the end of the day, the guy had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, it was confirmed that he had nothing to do with it. Yeah,
right, by the boss,
by Tony
at
himself.
That scrum, by the way.
Yeah,
but these guys just kept even afterwards when he was out on the injury. Cutler is fucking tweeting about him sucking. All these guys are talking about him sucking. And how he's bad and he shouldn't be in the locker room. He's a cancer. This guy has to hear this shit. His name is being dragged through the mud.
Yeah.
I mean, what if it damaged his career? He is lucky he went back to WWE and the people loved him. Do you know why the people loved him?
Yeah.
Because they didn't even know he was in fucking AEW to begin with. Like, oh my God, it's been 10 years. CM Punk is back. Holy shit. Now nobody cares about him in AEW. That's why I'm mad, because AEW had something good going. And they fucked it up. Now you have top guys that do not want to go there because they're like, am I going to end up like Punk?
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm the top guy coming from over here, and they don't want people over there. Even back in the day, when FTR said they got there, Jungle Boy fucking looked at them like, what are you fucking guys doing here? Jungle Boy.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is he? He was in the tag division with Luchasaurus. But he looked at FTR as a threat. Like, oh, here come these WWE guys taking my spot. It's like, bro, you just got here.
Yeah.
These guys are trying to finish their career out.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll work with you and you'll have a great fucking match and that'll elevate you, you dumb fuck. But he's too busy in the jungle drinking his own piss. So there you go. And sticking glass up his ass.
Yeah.
It's amazing how a lot of wrestlers who hated Punk are BFF with the elite guys, but like Joe and Undertaker praises Punk. That's true. It's VB, what's up? That rumor was so pathetic because if Punk really wanted Cole fired, wouldn't Punk have told TK, if I sign with the company, he has to go? The elite could just have used Colt as they are jealous of Punk. That's true. That's probably what happened. If you look at it, and I'm telling you, go back. Tony Khan was the New Order. What the fuck was their name? I just remembered their name before. The Order guys. What are those guys called?
The Dark Order?
The Dark Order guys. He had one by one started firing those guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And Colt Cabana was in the Dark Order.
Yeah.
So they were all on the chopping block. That group in general was just on the chopping block.
Yeah, they were fucked. Yeah.
So what does it even matter?
Yeah.
Those guys didn't come out and say Punk got us all fired. It was only Colt Cabana. Because he's friends with those guys, the elite and all them. They just put a hit out on him, man, and that was it. That's what it's not what you do. You don't do that shit. You don't go on live TV and fucking say, yeah, I'm saving this company from you. You're getting the locker room to pop, but people on TV are like, it's going over some of their heads. They're like, whatever, it's a promo. Yeah. But this guy's starting World War III in the fucking ring.
Yeah.
It's the top guy. Imagine if Hogan went to WCW. And
Yeah.
Vader and Ron Simmons go, "Yeah, motherfucker, we don't want you here, so go back to New York." And Hogan's like, "Holy shit, that's not even in the script." Like,
Yeah.
you don't do that.
No.
Hulk Hogan's there to make you guys money. I guarantee when Hogan got there, they all went out and fucking partied.
Yeah.
They're like, this guy's going to make us a shit ton of money. And he did. He hogged the spotlight, but everyone's getting paid.
Yep.
How many guys did he hire? He hired all his friends. Half those fucking guys were never on TV. They're getting $2 million contracts to sit the fuck home.
Yeah.
They loved Hulk Hogan. Whatever. The Dark Order about Eddie Kingston. Nobody wants Punk here. Yeah, that's another thing too. Who the fuck is Eddie Kingston to tell people, "Oh, we don't want you here"? Bro, he's like a Puerto Rican Ralph Crandon. Fuck that guy. Fat slob. AEW posted a thumbnail of him holding the belts and his belly's hanging out and everything. It's like, what the fuck is this?
No,
He's a
I like
fat fucking slob, that guy.
I like Eddie Kingston, but I think he
From
should.
Yonkers, fuck him.
I don't know if he has any room to talk about what happened with the whole Punk stuff. I get it. He wants to be a locker room leader.
He's another guy
but
though
it's
that shit all over Punk. It's like, what does this guy care for? Again, these guys are trying to kiss each other's ass in the locker room. It's a us versus them mentality in a locker room. It's just toxic. It's a toxic environment. Look at WWE. Now, all these guys are praising each other because they know if they make them look good, they'll make more money with these guys. Eddie Kingston's going to be broke more than he's going to be broke quicker than he's rich at this point.
Yeah.
Don't forget that Carvel, Eddie. Don't forget the Carvel, Eddie.
Man.
The Carvel and Yonkers. Yeah, fuck him. The Tall Order. Any other questions before we wrap up?
Yeah.
We're about to wrap it up. So if there's anything else.
What are your favorite wrestling games?
Go ahead.
I saw up here. He also asked earlier. He said top 3 wrestling games. For me, it'd be. I mean, I know it's probably basic, but Here Comes the Pain would be one of them. No Mercy would be another one for me. And then the third one's kind of. I mean, it's kind of. I'm not really sure. I know a lot of people like the Attitude Game or Warzone or those era games, but I think I fucked with like the first like SmackDown vs Raw was fire. Like those early one of those early SmackDown vs Raw games were awesome.
The only problem with that first SmackDown vs Raw game is that Stone Cold isn't in it.
Yeah.
And Day of Reckoning, he's not in it because he wouldn't sign a contract.
Yeah.
A
license. Yeah.
My favorite, WCW NWO Revenge, WWF Warzone.
Yeah.
And, it's between WrestleMania 2000 and No Mercy.
Okay.
Those are my favorites.
Yeah.
And SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain. I'm sorry, not Here Comes the Pain. Shut Your Mouth. I think
Shut Your Mouth is good.
Shut Your Mouth has the best storyline because they rewrote WrestleMania 18 to where Hogan beats Jericho at No Way Out for the belt. And then you're going up against Hulk Hogan for the title at WrestleMania 18.
Yeah.
That was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Because that's how it should have played out in real life, and they didn't do it.
You know what? You'll probably know the game I'm talking about. You know what game sucked, but it had a great Create a Wrestler mode?
The TNA game?
No, fucking Raw 2 on the Xbox.
Yeah. Yep.
They had a great Create a Wrestler mode. Great, like so many customization. I remember just creating wrestlers on that fucking thing for 8 hours.
I used to edit the Titantrons, the videos. I used to put Beavis and Butthead in the Titantron.
Bro, there was so much customization you could do. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And then, but the gameplay itself was just ass.
Yeah,
it was not a good game. Yeah.
I
Oh
Shut Your
man,
Mouth was so good. I remember throwing snowballs outside Madison Square Garden that game. We should fucking play that. Yeah, you used
that's
to
a
take
funny
the
game.
train. You literally can get on the train in that game,
Yep, yep,
take it
yeah.
down to WWF New York, then you can leave the restaurant and literally be on the street in New York City and, like you said,
That's
throw
crazy.
snowballs and shit. It was
Yeah,
fucking
that's
awesome.
nuts. Yeah,
Great game. How about AEW Fight Forever? How about AEW Forget This Shit Forever? By the way, Fight Forever, there's an update with that game. The update is there is no
okay.
update. Um, Tony Khan said at the scrum they're not making another game because it didn't sell, but he's not going to say
Yeah,
that. We're going to support this game for years to come. And it's
yeah.
like, bro, people are tired of it.
So it's a live service game?
Yeah, he's basically
Destiny?
saying it's live service. And like, we're just going to keep adding more people. And I'm like, you
It's
added nobody.
Destiny? Yeah.
It is dead. It's Destiny 1. It's dead. So there you go. You're never going to get another AEW game. Sorry. It's because nobody fucking bought it. And it's like, oh yeah, it was selling during Christmas. I'm like, 5 people probably bought it for Christmas, if even.
It's probably on sale or something.
It's on sale like digitally, but it's still like $48.
Yeah.
Physically, they've had it. I think Walmart had them on clearance for $9.99 once. Some guy took a picture of it. You got it for Switch for $10. Hey, but the guy you fear for your life is still in the game. CM Punk.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right. Any final thing? We're leaving. We'll give you guys
Yep.
literally 5 more minutes, and that's it. We're out of here because he's got to leave, and I got to cook dinner at fucking 2 o'clock in the morning.
That's too crazy.
I usually never eat this late, but that was on me today. I screwed everything up. The Polymega came in after 4 years, so I couldn't stop ripping games.
Yeah.
I remember you showed us some of your custom Titantron. That's right, I remember that. Never forget the Carvel, says Jesus.
Day of Reckoning. Yeah, Day of Reckoning games were good too. Like those games.
Shout out to all the people that stole our fucking name on YouTube. You go fuck yourself. We're the Real Cheap Pop Podcast, okay? And you ain't gonna scare me away from using my name. By the way, I own the fucking website, so if anybody has a goddamn problem, right? We were here first.
We also have all the episode like
all the videos are still on this channel. They're just private.
Yeah. So
all the videos, all 239 episodes.
We'll hit one button and just show you proof real quick.
Nah, it's all right.
Oh my god! But no, I appreciate everybody for hanging. We still have like 13 people watching, which
is
saying,
man.
crazy.
It's hard to fucking drop 13 people.
Yeah, but we appreciate you guys for still coming out, and I saw a bunch of people were retweeting my posts on Twitter and stuff like that about us coming back. So it's cool to see people still interested in the podcast, especially since we haven't done it for so long.
You Double M, you wrote that the other day. I told you the website's under his name. He can deny that shit all he wants. He's involved. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, we appreciate everybody for coming, hanging out. And yeah. Well, like I said, we're not committing to this weekly yet. We're going to try to do it maybe we're definitely going to do something after the Rumble. We're definitely going to do something. And after that, we're gonna do some more stuff leading up to WrestleMania 100%, because there's gonna be a lot of shit that's coming out in the Raws leading up to WrestleMania.
Oh man.
So, and yeah, but I appreciate everybody for hanging. And yeah, also, side note, I do stream. I stream pretty often on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/the Nick Luzzy, is my Twitch name. I'll put it in the chat. If people want to go follow me over there. I'm trying to get the 400 followers. Almost there. Like 380 or 381 or some shit. Let me see.
Oh, okay. I know what happened.
Uh,
We went live by accident on the other channel. So they were like, "Oh, you can't use this song." I got royalty-free music for the intro, and they're telling me it's copyrighted. I'm like,
wait, what?
"It's royalty-free music, fucking idiots."
How the fuck?
Whatever, we'll
So it's
figure
gonna be
that
on
out.
this? Is it gonna be? Is it gonna be
This,
striked on this channel too? Like,
no, it's not a strike. It's just saying like, "Hey, they're gonna get the
oh,
revenue," and it's
oh.
like you can't
Jesus
monetize this
Christ.
channel anyway, so we're good.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the link to my Twitch stream. I'm gonna pop that in chat. Well, let me pop this in chat or no?
Yeah, go
'Cause I'm
ahead.
not a mod. Okay.
Well, I'll
I don't know
make
if
you
you
a
had
mod.
links restricted. If I don't know if you have links restricted or not, so I just didn't want
I'll
to.
make you a mod, and you'll lose video for 1 second.
Okay.
If it doesn't let you post it, then just type something. I'll make you a mod. Then you can post it.
Okay. That's the link right there.
Oh, you're a
You'll have to
mod.
like
What are you
copy.
talking about?
Oh, okay. There we go. Okay. You'll just copy and paste it. I don't think it's gonna like click. Um, but yeah, that's my Twitch. I try to go live. Try every day, but I don't get to every day. But when my schedule permits, I am live, and I'm usually playing Call of Duty or Valorant. So,
Where are
yeah,
all those maps
that's
for Call of Duty? Weren't we supposed to get like the whole fucking like 10 years of Call of Duty maps?
yeah. Well, they're still releasing more like as like the seasons come out. So they're not they gave us a lot at launch with Terminal and all the other ones that came out with it, but they're going to be putting out more each season. So I think season 2 is coming out I think in February. And there's gonna be more maps for that. They're also bringing back one of the resurgence maps for Warzone from back in the day, from the first Warzone, which is cool.
Gotta ask you one question about Call of Duty.
What's up?
Bobby's gone. You have any final words for Bobby?
Oh, fuck Bobby Kotick, bro. Fuck him. Uh, yeah, no, I'm happy that there's new people involved. Already now, since the release of the game, it seems like Sledgehammer and Raven Software, who are working on Warzone, have been more like talking with the community, getting feedback, like a lot more than recent years. And I think that has to do with a lot with the change in the higher ups. Um, they're talking to the community a lot more. So
Kind of
I'm
like
actually
Vince leaving WWE, huh?
kind of. I mean, so super happy about it. And yeah, but no, I'm excited. I'm excited for what I hoping the Call of Duty, like Warzone's been a lot more fun this year for me. The last Warzone kind of was not it. I'm enjoying Warzone a lot. Um, and the multiplayer. So yeah, I'm excited for Call of Duty. Super excited. Gonna try to make it out to one of the live Call of Duty events this year for the esports league. So we'll see. I'm gonna try to make it out to one of them. But
Twinkle Toes McFingerbang. There you go. It's it's Kenny Omega.
Jesus Christ.
All
But
right. Whatever you
all right.
want.
Well,
We'll wrap it up. I want
yeah,
to thank you all for
yeah,
watching.
yeah. Thank you guys, man. I appreciate it. And yeah, shout out to everybody that hung out there in chat. Shout out to everybody that stopped by, and thanks for staying up late. And we want to start a little bit earlier, but just things just ran late. All good. We're still here, and yeah, we're gonna get going so Perry can eat dinner. I feel like I'm holding him captive here.
I'm all right.
but um, but yeah, we'll be live at some point in the near future. For sure. Maybe we'll do like a show before the Rumble, and then we'll do like previewing the Rumble, and then do a show after the Rumble.
Yeah, that sounds good. We still got like 3 weeks before the build-up, so maybe that week coming up.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So,
everyone's gonna be here like that Friday, so we can go on that Thursday or whatever.
yeah. So, appreciate everybody for listening. Thank you guys again. I'm Nick,
I'm Perry.
and we'll talk to you guys next time. See ya.
Peace.
Goodbye.